And we are live.
All right, what is up, beautiful people? It's your brother Mythos Cushionata from the channel Frost and Fists.
And I am El Frico. Just Frico.
The Wolf Brother El Frico. And we have a really, really awesome guest and, of course, very prominent Twitch streamer tonight on. Wolf Wraith, why don't you introduce yourself, my friend?
Hey everybody, I'm Wolf Wraith. I paint absolutely everything and anything, as you can tell by my shelves of mayhem behind me.
That is a lot of cool projects. I need to get myself a set of rack shelves like that. That's a lot of great art on display there.
Indeed. Welcome to the show, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, quick plug right off the bat. I'm sure everybody knows who Wolf Wraith is because he has a really awesome show on Twitch. But
and
if you
Beard.
haven't checked him out yet,
And also Beard.
definitely go over to Twitch and search Wolf Wraith right now because it's got one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best Warhammer and in general hobby painting streams on Twitch. So check him out.
Absolutely.
You're very kind, thank you.
Hey,
We got
Cujo.
Commander Cujo.
What is happening?
It's been years since we've seen Cujo around these parts. Good to see you, buddy. We have found the third Infinity Beard.
Yeah, it's going to be a night.
Well, I can already tell you that you're probably going to get solicited for the beard hairs on your chin sometime tonight.
Yep.
Because
You're right.
Bane has a theory that if he ingests these powerful beard hairs like yours, Elstinations, he can gain great painting ability. So, I expect that to happen. It's probably going to be a thing.
Fair enough.
Man, Cujo, I am sorry to hear that, my man. But man, I hope things get better for you soon. So, as we usually do, we like to start off with a hobby update. So, Wolf Wraith, I know that you said you're going to be painting. You said you're going to be up all night painting tonight. That is impressive. So, what are you working on right now?
Oh, nice.
We got intercessors and the more blood ravens to fit with all that lot.
Very nice. I think you've got some of the best looking blood ravens I've seen. Funny story. So Wolf Wraith was telling his stream about how when he started his blood ravens, you were talking to your store manager, right, about how there wasn't any decals for the blood ravens. Is that how it went?
It wasn't even my store manager. It was just one that I happened to be in the area, and I went in and picked up it was one of the intercessors. It was the how to paint intercessor. And funny enough, the guy actually was called Gabriel as well, who
nice.
showed me how to paint blood raven icons. Strange events.
So right there, right away, he's found out he couldn't get decals. Minutes later, he's free-handing his own Blood Ravens chapter symbol on. So that's pretty impressive to me. Freak and I are famous for our ability to freehand draw stick figures. That's about it.
And I screw that up.
So we've got some other cool people in the chat. Of course, we've got Zane. We've got Zane.
Hey, Dane!
I have this really bad ADD problem. So I was saying Zane while reading X Gear Commander with the G, and my brain just palmerized them.
Hey, Dane.
X Gear Commander, good to see you as well.
It's happening, bro.
So we've got some pretty cool people in the chat. Some of you will notice I did not refer to myself as the Wolf Brother tonight because I feel like my Wolf Power brothers are dwindling. So Freak finished up his Thunderwolves, which look amazing, by the way. And I couldn't help but notice, and I have to say, we talk about this all the time, and I'm still a very, very prominent. I still say that you should follow Uncle Adams, Rob from TMP, advice of all the big greats. Brian from Atomic Dog Scale Model Freak was talking about it the other night. They all say you should never compare yourself to other people when you're painting, right? However, I couldn't help but notice that Freak's Thunderwolf Cavalry showcase today was extremely successful and already has more likes and twice as many comments as my Thunderwolf Cavalry.
God.
Yeah, I'm an AdMech player now, or maybe my White Scar. I'm a White Scar brother. And this is after repainting mine after 4 years to bring them up to my current skill level. So
Oh, I appreciate the kind words, man. I mean, they're okay. They're good. They're puppies.
The YouTube community says differently, my brother. They are more successful. We have Brother Thomas on tonight. Hellworks by Hellchild.
What's happening, bro? Still waiting on videos, bro. Gotta get you in, man. I didn't miss the salt.
Yeah, I didn't miss the salt. You know, on our show, you're never going to miss the salt.
Nah.
Salt is always going to be prevalent.
Yep.
Blood Angels and Death Watch and Wolves Forever. Forever.
Gamecraft
If you're going
Dragon.
AdMech, I'll take your army. I can't send you my army, Big D. You said you don't like really overly done comic booky effects on your models, and I'm afraid that's my whole army. Running Bear, good to see you, my man.
Hey, man. Oh, the crew's getting in. See how we're doing there.
Good to see all of you. So, Freak, what you been working on, man? What you got for a poke chat?
Well,
I'm sorry. One more thing.
Okay.
Wolf Wraith, you talked about doing your Blood Angels tonight, but I have to say, this bust you were doing of a barbarian that you painted up as Kratos tonight in the stream, absolutely badass. I mean, it looks straight out of the new God of War game.
Thanks, man.
All right, Freak, what you got for pork chat?
Well, I mean, seeing half the stuff this guy puts out, I'm kind of like, I've been painting with crayons. We're good. Move on.
No, sir, you don't get to do that tonight. You don't get to do that tonight.
Damn it.
You
did this on purpose. You did. You did this on purpose. You're trying to humiliate me.
You can't pass me up and self-depreciate at the same time.
Oh, look who we got on the freaking show. This guy. How am I gonna what? No, okay. So we're maybe like this, okay? Wolf Wraith, he's not up there. I'm way down here. I gotta look at the ground. What the hell are you talking about? Jeez, have you seen his work?
I have seen his work.
Oh.
That's why I follow his Twitch channel.
Yeah, and that's why you put him on here. Oh, okay. So Freak's gonna go ahead and try to show up with us. All right, hold on. Let me put the master on. We're gonna knock him down a couple of levels. Yeah.
Oh, you think you're somebody? Let me get my pal Wolf Wraith.
I knew it.
Speaking of Wolf Wraith, Brother Thomas says, Wraith, your streams have been killer.
Oh, thanks, man. We have quite a relaxed stream in comparison. I'm going to be totally honest. Sometimes I'm worried a little too relaxed compared to other people's. So,
actually, I think the chill atmosphere though is one of my favorite things about sitting in on yours, because I can watch some amazing paint jobs be done, but it also is like chill enough to where I can still listen and it not detract from me filling out mindless reports. So it actually helps me focus on my reports and stuff better, just having the chill sit and chat kind of hangout atmosphere.
And I apologize ahead of time, Wolf Wraith, because there's not much chill here. I mean, look at the comments. I mean,
it's all good. I knew what I was getting myself into.
Okay. Okay, man. And look, I just don't want to cross any lines. I'm like, okay, you seem to be a really nice guy, man.
Wolf Brother Big D says, I don't like painting in a big comic booky style, but I'll take Biggs in tons of styles. He will take some Space Wolves off my hands.
He really wants. He's pushing it, huh? Man, we haven't even started the show, and he's already got dibs on your stuff. Holy crap.
Atomic Dog Scale Model Freak says hello to all. He also says, who dat? This is very popular Twitch streamer Wolf Wraith, who is an incredible artist. If you ever get a chance, check him out on the Twitch. He also has a YouTube channel, but he doesn't frequent his YouTube channel as much as he does his Twitch channel.
Yeah,
But I'm actually glad I found your YouTube channel, because that's what led me to be able to find your Twitch channel.
And I didn't know this about him, but he was an actual Let's Player for quite a long time.
I do like some Let's Plays.
Dude,
I do watch on
What's crazy is that
Your
when I
24-hour stream, I watched about 2 hours of your Space Marine playthrough. That was kind of fun.
it's funny because when we were setting up, I looked at him and it's like, okay, and he's testing his mic. I'm like, oh wow, that's actually good quality. Like, dude, you look like a Let's Player. Oh, I've been Let's Playing since I was a fetus. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry.
Thomas says, "Down, freak, down. Use that inspiration." X-Gear Commander added Grey Knights to the list of factions he's a fan of.
Wow.
Grey Knights, of course. Watchers beware. Freak can't chill. Yeah, Freak can't chill. We've got Who Took My Dice miniature wargaming on Brother Steve in the chat tonight.
What's happening? Holy crap.
Oh, Zane says Wolf Wraith has been down here in the trenches before because Inquisitor Zane is also a fellow Let's Player. So that's cool.
Very nice.
Yep.
Dude, Space. Say what?
I did my time with that.
Nice. Gamecraft Dragon says Space Wolves are my jam. I haven't painted one in weeks because of No Bolter November. You guys haven't seen that yet, go check out his channel. He's on a challenge to go 30 days all November without touching anything 40K. He's doing all fantasy and AOS. So very cool stuff.
That's a heck of a challenge, and he's doing it.
Yeah. Sounds like he's having some withdrawals.
Yeah, he's trying to steal your puppies.
I mean, at this point, he can have them because, apparently I just can't do anything with the Space Wolves at the moment. Wraith inspires the funny places a lot. So, Brother Thomas, that's his phrase for when he gets inspired to do a conversion, a paint job. When he gets that funny bone of tickling, he's got the urge to do something cool. So apparently, Wolf Wraith inspires that in him.
Very nice.
We're in reference to the chat and the chaos on here. Yeah, absolutely. We definitely get to see Wolf Wraith in the chat a lot. Black Templars are awesome. Can't wait for the new rules, Brother Steve says. I swear I've seen him here. He absolutely has been here. Actually, so you guys know, we don't actually, we try not to disrupt our friends from the UK sleeping schedules too much, but Wraith's usually up with us in the chat anyways. So I'm like, I had to reach out to him, see if he'd come on here with us. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and here I was whining, oh man, I'm tired. And then I realized something, and I look at him, it's like, holy crap, it's like 2:30 in the morning for him. All right, I'll shut up.
Absolutely. Mad respect.
Yep.
Oh, we've got Brother Rob in the house, another incredibly talented painter. Man, we've got a lot of the greats here.
Yep.
Running Bear says we've got a few long fangs in here, indeed. Gamecraft Dragon says it's okay for me to retire my Space Wolves because I can just go play my Space Asians.
Wow. Wow.
Brian apparently missed earlier. He said, what's everyone building or painting right now?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Wolf Wraith's working on you said the intercessors of your Blood Ravens?
A bit of everything. I've got like bikes on here, aggressors, intercessors. It's a bit of everything. Like,
got you. Yeah, and the aggressors and the bikes were especially looking cool earlier. Wolf Wraith is a night owl indeed. Yeah, missed. We're 18 minutes into the show. It was only one person we talked about so far. Freak, have we talked about what you're working on, my brother?
No. Do we want
what
to?
What you working on, baby? What you got for a poke chat?
Just making sure.
No, yeah, I absolutely want to see what you're working on. But if I see any fur over there, if I see any teeth or claws,
let me get the salt ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for some high sodium. No, guys, I've been really, really excited. So I have been sitting on that Thunderwolf Cavalry for a long time, and I finally got them done. So now I'm working on my Redemptor Dreadnought. Super stoked about it because I have been wanting to paint that. And another good reason why is because it was a special gift from my buddy, from our buddy Richard, from That Nerd Life. So man, I put that sucker together, got the magnetizing on the weapon, and oh man, it's looking really, really, really good. Here's the thing. I'm not crazy about fur. I'm not crazy about. I don't know what it is. I'm really uncomfortable. That's not my zone. That's not my thing. When I start popping some yellow on some fists, man, oh man, I'm in the zone. I get super excited. So I can't wait to showcase this guy, man. It's a gorgeous redemptive dreadnought with the Fifth Company color scheme with the black and the yellow. Oh man, it just looks so great. By the way, I'm using one of the images that I think Brian sent to us a couple of weeks ago by Mogul. What is it? Gosh, what is his name? Mogul something. Anyway. He shared it with us, and I've been using that one Redemptor as my example because I loved it so much. So hopefully it'll do it justice. So after that, I think I'll probably start working on either my new aggressors or getting my Centurions a little paint love so I can get them shooting people in the face.
That's it, Brian. That is it, man. Freak can be the frost and the fists. Okay?
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Don't leave mad, man. Just leave. No, wait. Come on, man. Come on. You see, he does that when we talk about poop, too. So just saying. Okay. What is up, you beautiful people? I am your wolf brother, Freak, and
you gotta get the line right, man. You gotta get the line right. Jeez.
Anyway, welcome back, wolf brother Mythos. Oh, Zane's with me.
Look at that. Zane's facing me out too. Jeez.
Hi, wolf brother Zane. I mean, Mythos?
No love, dude. No love at all. Anyways, I'm going to skip over Brian's comment. Running Bear says, as the moon shines over the great salt flats, we see a howling Mythos in the shadows. I did. I just saw the trailer today with, gosh, I can't remember the guy. The guy who's usually talking about the Primaris lieutenants doing the interview where they're bringing back the Warhammer Old World. Did you hear about that, Wolf Wraith? I'm sure you did. You're usually in the know.
Oh, I did.
What do you think about that? Like a 30. They said it's supposed to be like a 30K for AOS.
I would have said they're a little late to be bringing this out now after many people have already transitioned to AOS. This should have been day one of AOS. Like,
yeah, I agree. Hey, we're moving on to this new thing, but you can also have the old world if you want it.
All that backlash they could have avoided if they'd said, just be patient, guys. It's on its way. And considering, as we very well know, GW does nothing straight away off the bat impulsively. Everything's planned like years in advance. So why was this not just like told to people, you know?
Unfathomable.
It really is.
Kuja says, I feel slightly out of place now with so many Marines here. He plays the Eldar, the Yunari. Yeah, we actually have an Inquisitor here. You got to be careful. He might go, was it Ordo Xenos? Take you out. Who took my dice says, sounds cool. Way too late, though. I agree. Prequels are the trend. I think they are pretty popular. All those people who burned their armies.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like all those people who changed the bases over and spent like all those thousands of pounds worth of bases that were destroyed in the massive purge to AOS. And
that's going to be crazy. People who sold off armies or threw them away. I think the only acceptable time to burn your armies is if you have your brother outdo you on
here
the
it
same
goes.
farm.
Oh, that's it. I'm doing it. Where is it?
Interesting thing though, does this mean we're getting Bretonia back and we're also getting Tomb Kings back? Because if that's the case, those are the two things at the moment for fantasy players that sell for like hundreds and hundreds of pounds for like really basic stuff. Does that mean that they are going to get actually brought back out? And if so, that's going to be a massive crash to the market for them stuff.
I bet so. I would imagine they are, because they talked about how Horus Heresy gave them the opportunity to release entirely new models for the prequel era. So if they do that with Bretonians and Tomb Kings, then yeah, all that old stuff's not going to be worth as much anymore.
Yeah.
So I'll have to take. I'm going to take a quick pause here. So Mythos called me today, and said, "Brother, we need to talk because YouTube has pushed out their new terms, the terms of agreement and their terms of use, and we need to really consider." Which direction we're going to take, right? So apparently YouTube gave all YouTube creators, content creators, two choices, kind of three, but the main two ones are these: safe for children or not safe for children. And I'm thinking, I was telling Mythos, how can we not be safe for children? And we should be good. And now I'm start reading half the stuff on our chat. I'm like, yeah, right. I need to check that not safe for children button.
Dude,
yeah.
Immediately when the options were safe for children or not safe for children, I thought of Zane. Although Zane says he's safe for children.
Right, with a white minivan.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, he was offering candy to Nina Chick. Remember that?
Brian brings up a good point. Okay, if our Friday night chat is not safe for Mrs. Atomic Dog, we're definitely not safe for kids.
This is true. That's right. He's constantly shutting it off the volume for. Especially when I do like. Especially when the sexy music kicks on, like that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Weatherpig brings up a great point that it is also better to check not safe for kids because of things you get to do more. For instance, I think I read somewhere today that I think Richard said it, that if you mark yourself safe for kids, like some of your comments get disabled and stuff like that. So, I think overall it was a better choice. I hit not safe, and Rob has probably one of the safest channels here in the wargaming community. And if he hit not safe, we're definitely not safe.
Yeah, I have to agree. And I'm thinking, it's like, I really think that we're not really safe for kids. I mean, to say that, we're not really safe for kids. But you're right. Well, looking at our comments and half the content that we go through, like, yeah, I think we better just press that little, yep, right there. Not safe.
Randy Bear says, GW is in my book of grudges about fantasy. I think they best leave things alone.
Ooh.
I already have to drink a few beers to calm myself down from my shiny hammer and turning it sideways and shoving it. I feel like I should have read that in The Rock's voice.
Okay, let's do that then. It's going to be one of those nights.
The question is made for kids, not it is safe. You can be safe for kids, but not be made for them. That's a good point. We're not specifically targeting them as an audience.
Right.
That's a really great point. All right. So, me this week, I've actually put in over 50 hours, which I know is rookie numbers for people out there like Hellworks by Hellchild. But because of that, man, I got almost no hobby done this week. I planned on doing a showcase for this Imperial Knight over here that we received from Ben Ellis, fellow YouTuber, an amazing guy. I plan to do a showcase for that. Plan on doing a showcase for a couple things that I've painted up around here. but I just wasn't able to get any YouTube time. And plus, I mean, really no hobby painting time either. I did manage, and you're not going to be able to do this, but I do this every week unsuccessfully. But I did manage to get painted up one Raven Guard jump captain with relic claws, done made from a Dark Fury for our Patreon third quarter giveaway. So this is one captain that's going to go out in the mail tomorrow for Brother Archer. And that was the one and only thing I got painted this week. But that was a lot of fun because I always love my favorite. I think one of my favorite things to do is power weapon effects and glow effects. And I love being able to do transitions like the wings here, the claws. I just love doing stuff like that. Are mine the best? Definitely not. But that's just one of my favorite looks.
Dude, your stuff looks great, man. Your stuff looks really, really good. So what do you have? What do you have in the pipeline to be building? And well, I know you don't build, but to be painting.
Hey, I've been building lately. Okay, I built.
Look at you, man.
Yeah, 7 bikes in the last 2 weeks.
Holy crap!
Because when I have, like right now, I'm at a stage now where I can't really paint anything without airbrushing. So if I'm sitting with the wife on the couch, when we're watching some shows, it's easier for me instead of going and airbrushing something. I can sit on the couch and do some building while watching stuff with her.
That's true.
So I actually built up seven bikes, 5 veterans with shields and hammers, one chainsword guy for my existing bike squad just to have an extra body, and one I got some spare parts here this week from the eBays to do an apothecary on bike. Because I think it'll be nice and annoying having guys with 2 wounds, 3 up invul saves, charging at your vehicles with their hammers, who are already tough to kill because of their invul saves and the 2 wounds. And then when you kill one, the apothecary turns around and brings them back up. I think that'll be nice and annoying. And then I'll kill another one. Yeah. You just hear the apothecary in Mercy's voice. Heroes never die. Of course, if you're doing the new Imperial Fist tricks where you're chucking out 47 mortal wounds, that's just a dead squad.
Sure, why not?
Oh, you sit beside your wife. You sit beside your wife on the couch. How would it be? How to be a young married couple again? Me, Archie bunker chair, baby. Wife has the couch. Okay, well, actually, sitting on the couch is a bit of an exaggeration. Because I have back issues, I actually bring a computer chair into the living room. I kind of sit on that next to her on the couch. So
Brother Rob actually has a point. He actually selects not safe for children because he has us on the channel sometimes. So yeah, that's smart. That's smart, man. That's smart.
All I can hear in the background is "Mommy, mommy." What does freak mean? That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Go back in the kitchen, honey. Just go back. Don't listen. Don't hear.
All right, so that is all I've got. Actually, there is a couple of other cool things. Last Sunday, I took the family to Onicon, an anime convention, and I know that a lot of our community here in the chat are not really into the animes, but we did dress up. We did a little cosplaying. Actually, we did a family cosplay, and actually, that was my most successful time cosplaying ever. Honestly, this guy got stopped for more pictures on this one time than all my other previous times combined.
Can I show it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Please. So this I got off the Instagram page of somebody who tagged me. They took my family's pictures, and then
let me pull that one up. Hold on a second here.
And then they tagged us. They asked for our Instagram information and tagged us. So
Nice choice. That's a good choice.
Where
we did a little My Hero. And so I am one of the instructors named Aizawa. My wife is another.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. My wife is another instructor named Miss Joke. I love how he tagged us as #family goals pretty cool.
This is pretty cool, man. I was wondering what this like. Man, this turned out really great, dude. That's awesome.
And the girls are cosplaying as their favorite characters from the show, which are two of the students.
Nice.
As an anime fan, I very much approve.
Oh, you are also an anime fan. That's awesome.
That is cool.
I love being Aizawa. They're all the same height. Wow.
Who said that? Oh my god.
That's Brother Brian again, who has been needling me all night. And actually, I wanted to mention something. So I was watching Big D's show Tuesday night, and I got called out by this guy again. So Big D kept talking over Lady Dragon, and so Brian goes, "Whoa, Mythos, let the woman talk." I was so called out, and I was even there to defend myself. This guy.
Oh my gosh, dude. There ain't no love right now, baby. Ain't no sunshine when she gone.
Oh. We're definitely not going to make jokes about me being one of the middle ones, because obviously those two middle ones were too beautiful to be their dear old dad.
Yeah, they're. Gosh. Dude, I thought you were going to talk to them about doing the whole growing up thing, because they're dude.
It is happening way too fast.
Make it stop, man. I mean, I'm actually walking my oldest one down the aisle tomorrow, so yeah, my oldest is getting married tomorrow. Yep. Like,
how do we stop things like that?
Kill the guys.
Gamecraft Dragon says, "Love you guys. In a great mood tonight. I got some toys today." I saw. So we did a whole talk about Dreamforge last week, which I obviously can't take credit for, because Brother Brian here actually is the one who turned us hip to the big sale at Dreamforge, and he picked up 2 of those Imperial Knights. He picked up the Leviathan Crusader, the one that we had on our thumbnail, and he also had the Mortis, the one with the big skull. So he got those delivered today.
I can't wait to see them come up.
And then somebody else may have ordered one immediately following last week's live stream.
Of course.
And I just, after all that talk about how I don't need another night, I may have another night now.
Yeah, another night.
So that is our hobby update. Shall we go into Art of the Week, my brother?
Absolutely.
Very light.
I don't know, but still pretty good. All right, let's see. Art of the Week.
Oh, I know you had those neat work in progress pictures. Did you kind of want to give them a little teaser of what that gorgeous dread you're working on?
Yeah, let me post it. Hang on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post the first ones here. Bear with me. I'll put some music while we're at it here. Oh yeah.
Yep. Hello, Freak. Hello, McFly. When you getting one? Freak's got 3 or 4 Imperial Knights now too. He's got enough for a Knight Army. So I think he may pass on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting there. All right, let me post it here. Here we go. So this was the work in progress, and then this is what it looks like now so far. And this
Running Bear, I hope you get to feeling better soon, buddy.
What's the matter?
You can't stay. I'm under the weather. Have a great night.
Oh, yep. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. Dude, hope you definitely feel better, man. So sorry. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me give you a little shirt and towel. Goodness. Okay, guys. Oh, there's so much Art of the freaking week. It's ridiculous. Come on. Why is it? It's not even sent yet.
By the way, thank you to everyone who submitted Art of the Week this week. We had a bunch of cool submissions.
There we go. All right. Come on, open. Okay. So here is after I've already done a lot of the appreciating and the highlighting with a little zenithal action, and let me move it around here. Bear with me. Okay. So kind of
Appreciating looks really good.
thanks, man. So what I did was I started out with a little bit of if you can see the undercoat, I know it kind of looks pink, but it was more like a light brown, if you will. And I just to kind of darken up a little bit, which worked really good with when I started spraying the yellow on it, because you can see how it gave it a good tint, a nice dark shading. Let me show you. It looks like here in the front or in the back side here, another better shot. So you can see it almost looks like a little tobacco look. This is what I'm going for right here. This is the Minnie's Morgul. That's what it is. And I love that theme. I love that look. That the black with the yellow. That's just so awesome looking. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to. Is it coming through?
I said that is a really cool dread.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to emulate, and so this is where I am so far. So I'm slowly getting that, that same look there, and here's another shot of it on the angle. And I loved how it's turning out.
That's looking really nice.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really excited how it's working. It's just, oh man, it's like super cool. My favorite is how back looks, and I've been comparing it to the one that was sent with this team. So of course I got to tone it down. It's still really bright. So I got to do a little washing with it, and I'm gonna airbrush some heat effects, of course, on the weapons and of course the exhaust. So yeah, I mean it's actually turning out pretty nice. Here's the front prior to doing a lot of the metallic. So but yeah, pretty stoked. I mean, I really liked how it turned out.
Well, you're doing a bang up job, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I can't wait to get it looking just that just. Oh my gosh, I just love that black with the yellow. Oh man, that just looks so cool. And all right, so let's move on to the next thing. Let's see.
Before we go on to the rest of the art of the week, we have a question in the chat for our amazing guest. Hey, Wolf Wraith, what is your favorite mini you've painted?
My favorite mini I've painted. That's a good question. In fact, let me grab it. I'd never done tanks before.
Ooh.
Until I did.
Oh man, the Big Daddy Executioner.
Wow.
Let me write it down on the Executioner.
That is awesome. And it looks so much more realistic. You have such nice variation in tone on your red. It's not just like
flat red.
Fire red, yeah.
Red, right? Yeah. There's tonality to it. It looks amazing.
I'm not a fan of standard flat, really bright red. So,
has anyone ever told you that you should be a professional painter?
I'm not a professional. I'm an enthusiast. Professional has too much loaded.
I feel like that.
I feel like anyone who successfully makes money off of it is a professional.
Or a well-paid enthusiast.
Professional. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That is awesome. That is a great answer to the question.
That's sharp. All right, shall we move on?
Absolutely. Oh, Judge Gudge says that dread is looking cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
Great to see you, Judge Gudge.
Okay, let me see if I can.
That looks awesome. I bet Mythos wishes he could do that.
Wow. Wow. God. Jesus Christ. Oh
I have some eliminators on the printer. I need to get some paint. Get at some paint at some point. Ooh.
Okay, so this one is by Alex Art Workshop.
This is one submitted by Brother Brian over at Atomic Dog Scale Model Freak, and it is Legion of the Damned, known for being, completely on fire from within. And I think they've done a really good job showing that.
That does look really cool, dude. Gosh.
I wonder if those flames are all green stuff. I imagine they probably are.
You think?
Yeah, I suspect they are. And it's one of the nicest I've seen. And I think I even liked it on Instagram. So I think I'm already following this. This is really nice.
Nice.
That's insane, dude. Yeah, I can barely use green stuff. I mean, I use it to kind of wrap things and not make things so blatantly obvious that it's crap underneath it. So, and it still looks like crap. But this just that's just another level there that
Thank you very much, Inquisitor Zane. I really appreciate that.
What do you say?
Oh, he just said, "I kid, man. Your stuff looks great."
It does. It really does, man. I love your con. It's one of my favorite models.
Thank you, brother. I really love how this guy does the flame effect and the way he has it from on fire from within between the cracks.
Yeah.
That had to take some really, really steady paint, I imagine.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
One of the this thing, I think one of my favorite things about this is not only the non-metallic blade looks awesome, but this really gives me a great Ghost Rider vibe.
Yeah, it does.
And I really like Ghost Rider.
What I'd say he's done as well, which is really nice, is he hasn't gone overboard on the flame effect, which is really easy to do for to go super bright, in your face, really full on flame effect across the entire thing. And it looks muddy. Eventually, you kind of get to the point where everything starts to look the same. He's kept the bright points of the fire very specifically to very just around the skull and on the back of the hand. And
I like
that's a great tip.
I like that the fact that you can see there's movement, there's motion, because when you have a torch, an actual torch, not a flashlight, but an actual torch, and you're moving from one point to another, and flames actually, you can see it to kind of trail, and that's exactly what it's doing. You can see the flame is trailing the motion of this particular subject. It's just great, man. Look at that. I mean, he looks like he's in motion, like moving forward.
Which, if you look at the feet, like the model seems like it in itself is a very static pose, but the extra things he's done, really give it that sense of movement.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Archer, my man, what's up?
What's going on, buddy?
I didn't want to interrupt you while you were commenting, Freak, but I think you'd appreciate this comment from Zane. Okay. Imagine how great this would be if Mythos painted good enough to have an Art of the Week, too.
Wow. Oh, my God. So, okay, here's the thing, Mythos. I think this is a trap. This is a trap. I think it's a trap. They're trying to goad you to go full, all-out salt. I mean, all the way, dude. They want you to explode with saltiness. You're going to be like Lot's wife, bro. I'm telling you, they want you to go all pillar of salt on these people. So, yeah, I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Okay, this one's from Darcy.
This one I actually submitted from, Darcy Bono, Darcy Bono. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to go with Bono.
Darcy
Bono.
If
anybody knows, let me know.
I like Bono. Darcy Bono Creations. I like the skin tone. It kind of gives a Avatar vibe.
It really does. It really does. I like the Avatar kind of vibe. This is the most buff Tau I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But overall, between the really great skin tone, the way the red in the eyes pop out, the glow from underneath the armor, and the buff Rambo pose, just everything about this works for me.
Come with me if you want to live for the greater good. Here we go. Next. Okay, another Darcy Bono creation.
Oh yeah, so I actually got to the Tau one by accident. I was actually saving another one of her posts.
Hmm.
And you can see here, a lot of people may not realize this, but this is a Wolfen converted into a Beastigore from Age of Sigmar.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh wow, I have no idea what was said, but Inquisitor Zane message deleted by Archer.
Oh.
And put in timeout for 300 seconds.
Oh damn! Did that just happen?
I don't know what happened.
Wow, it's getting thick, bro. Oh, it's getting thick. Ah, jeez.
Archer says, lol, of course, Mythos submitted the Tau art. The Inquisitor 2, neat. I forgot he had the account. That's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, I think this is a great conversion, though.
It is.
Looks
really.
The horns, I like how the Wolfen claws, which are normally done as metal or ice, doing it on this goat boy here, having it kind of the black to white, or the black to gray transition, like a goat's hooves would be,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty neat.
Okay, Mythos, you need to tell me what this is, because I'm pretty intrigued. Little IG goodness here.
Ah, yes. So this is a cosplay I found. I can't remember if it was. I think it might have been Facebook of an Imperial Guard Cadian cosplay, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic and had to grab it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
I think
Wow, yo, yippee yay. Says the top dog scale model freak.
Very nice. Dude, that is really cool.
I don't think the post I had her name. It may have.
I
may have it on a separate picture.
I'll create one. That looks like a Lena to me. I don't know.
I really like that cup too.
I do like that.
It fits this aesthetic here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is 3D.
It is incredibly.
So the Aquila, that's the same Aquila I painted, Mythos. I printed that.
Yeah.
That's actually 3D printed. That's funny. It's the exact same one. That's well done.
Yeah, you mean the one that's used for terrain?
Oh yeah. No, the one that I was hanging up, it was the gold. The one that it was used. I had it up on my wall for a little while. Remember, I showed it to you.
Oh, okay.
I even did the comparison between the different golds
on the Iwata. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is so cool. Oh, I'm a fan now.
I'm telling you, man, we need to learn how to make cosplay armors.
I know.
So we can run around you as a Space Wolf or Imperial Fist, and then I'll have to find something other than Space Wolf.
Hey, well, man, you could be the con.
If you want the files, I've got the files.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's cool. I didn't know you had the. I mean, that makes sense though. You being a little anime fan, you might be into the cosplay stuff too. Yeah, that's cool. Dude, we just got to get another printer, freak, and he's got the files.
I know.
Well, it's Paprika files, so it would be printing the patterns out and making them out of thing before, not printing, unfortunately.
Okay.
It still
I wish.
works. I know, right? No, that still works. That still would work really well, though. I think that'd be neat. Get the patterns and then cut them out. And I've been slowly kind of checking out some YouTube videos on making armor. Dude, it's pretty involved.
Really is.
Okay, moving along. This is by Starship Vorenus, not to be confused with Vorenus. Sorry. Anyway, this is really cool. So
That's a shame because I could swear one of the pics I had her name on there, but
we'll find it. Man. So
no, I did not find any good orc pics this week, my friend. I apologize.
This looks like a land speeder.
Hurry up and slide through the girl pics before the wife walks in. The unfortunate thing is that we were focused on the cosplayer, so that we would never have been able to see that message.
Right.
I can see Mythos as a space Asian, says Big D, and Archer says with the top knot and everything. Mythos, we have moved on. My bad.
God. Is this a conversion, Mythos? That's
a land speeder body.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It's like, wow, this is definitely a land speeder. I mean, there's the heavy bolter. Like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Reminds me of the Halo buggies.
Yes. Yes.
I almost kind of want to do something like that, except I think my White Scars would just have the faster hover mode instead of the the more Jeep-like approach here.
As far as my red versus blue.
The Warthog.
Yes. That is so cool.
If it's the red versus blue Warthog, though, it can only play Spanish music.
Exactly.
Puma.
Oh yeah, it's a Puma.
I gotta watch that series again, man. Oh, that is the absolute best.
Now, what other kind of animal has tusks? A walrus. I said stop making up animals. Yeah, that's a great conversion.
Yeah, definitely.
That brings up a good question for our guest. So what is your favorite conversion you've ever done, Wolf Wraith?
See, conversion's not something I've dabbled into extensively yet. I always get nervous when I'm doing conversions because there's a lot that can go wrong, and 40k ain't cheap. So
40k is not cheap. You're right. And actually, Freak is the same way. Freak is only minorly dabbled in conversions.
Yeah,
Brother Rob.
Yeah, I'm not very. Yeah, I don't like to cross certain lines, so I get very, very anxious. I have to do anything like that,
I'd say the only conversion I've ever really done wasn't really a conversion. It was more like a scrap build. Which was a Smash Captain.
Nice.
Getting a lot of questions, man. Welcome back, Zane.
Oh yes. Wolf Wraith, how many years have you been in the hobby, and what do you set as your personal painting goals every year?
That's a good one,
man. So I've been in the hobby since 3rd edition. My first box was the Black Templar Dark Eldar starter box where you got the limited edition metal commander in, all the terrain, and the lethal measuring sticks that everybody beat each other with, and that was kind of where I started myself into the hobby. I knew people who did it outside of that, and I kind of sat on the wayside through 1st and 2nd edition, and then kind of found my own ground in 3rd.
Nice.
In terms of painting goals, I tend not to, because you get hung up on them really easy, and then you feel bad if you don't hit them. I do this to enjoy and encourage other people to paint and better their painting, and as I say, if you kind of set yourself a goal every year, it's always going to be looming over you. You might, and it's just better to enjoy the hobby than kind of put yourself under that much pressure.
So Freak and I do these hobby goals videos at the beginning of every year, and I think I've hit 20% of my targets so far. It never works out for me.
Yeah, same here.
Of
I
course,
made
2
one or
years in a
two.
row now. I've set all these goals, and I'm like, ooh, new army.
We get so excited too, we're like, yeah, man, we're gonna be doing this. Here's the list. All right, how far we gotten? What? Gotten what? What did we get? We've done nothing. Mm-mm. Not a thing.
Wolf Wraith,
Yeah.
do you have any of your first minis?
Unfortunately, I don't. I got to a stage, very kind of about 6th edition, end of 5th, coming into 6th. And I kind of fell out of the hobby going into university and stuff. Life kind of just took over. And it all kind of went and was put into storage or sold off and just kind of went by the wayside. So unfortunately, I don't really have anything of the old, which sucks because now I wish that I could go back and tell myself to keep it all, but isn't that the way with stuff, especially when it comes to models and that?
Nice.
Tough lesson.
It is.
Man, great questions, dude. They're just coming in.
All right, brother. You want to show us a few more of those arts?
Sure.
And then I'll let you know if... Oh, another question. Wolf Wraith, what's your favorite Horus Heresy Legion?
I do like the Iron Warriors. Iron Warriors are pretty good. Big fan of World Eaters. Is it World Eaters, Len?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the original World Eaters were very cool. A lot cooler than I expected them to be, honestly.
Their just general aesthetic of that era was very cool.
I agree. I know for myself, everybody expects the answer wolf, so we're going to put that in as the auto answer. But the White Scars books that I've been reading, and surprisingly, my other favorite Horus Heresy books are Dark Angels. Those, I think those are my 3 top favorite legions from the 30K era. Last question, Wolf Wraith. Do you ever get any Grizzly Adams comments? This may be before your time. Seriously envious of your beard.
I don't. Surprisingly, I don't. Funnily enough, that may actually be the first, but it may be before a lot of people at the time I speak to. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Comic Dog Scale Freak brought a new one. There you go. All right, you ready to move on?
Yep. What kind of artworks we got, brother?
Let's see what we got here. All right, so we wrapped that one up. So this one, oh wow, of course you're gonna send that. I love this 4x4 whatever. Dude, what the heck?
Oh yeah, so this is somebody's. I don't even know who to give credit to, because this was posted up in the 40K White Scars group saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
I found this on Pinterest. Does anybody know how to make this happen?"
That is so cool.
Yeah, they made their attack. They combined the sidecar of the attack bike with the regular bike, made a 4x4, but you can see it's still got the heavy bolter underneath, so it's got WYSIWYG. It's still the attack bike,
Right.
but just on I think a cooler looking model. So
That does look cool. That is so neat.
that would be a great attack bike.
I think I'm making my first conversion.
That's awesome.
That would be awesome.
Totally sold.
Yeah, that is really neat.
And you know what's crazy is Richard just finished doing my conversion for me. I commissioned him to build me some Outrider attack bikes. So I wanted to keep my whole army the aesthetic of Forge World Outrider bikes because I think they look better than Space Marine bikes. But attack bikes only come in the Space Marine variation. So of course I had him convert it all up So it's going to look cool, but man, I really wish I'd seen this.
Yeah, that's pretty neat, man. Okay, so
We got some other people answering in the comments here. Brother Thomas says his favorites are Space Wolves, Night Lords, and World Leaders. Oh, why White Scars? You know why. Wonder how they can steer with the kickback of the middle gun. Very carefully. Thousand Suns for Archer and Night Lords. And the Night Lords, I like their aesthetic. I like the Batman-like backstory, but they are just way too cruel for me to get into. I just can't relate to them at all. So this I really like. So you're going to see pictures of the boat, the new 40K AdMech boats that they do that look like the Beaches of Normandy boats. But the kit comes with the boat variation and then the turret on top where you can make the tank variation. What this person did is because Chimeras are so cheap, especially in the UK, they built the boat versions. They took the extra bits to make the top turret and mounted it onto the bodies or hulls of Chimera tanks for Imperial Guard. And they ended up getting double units. They ended up getting the transport and the tank version by borrowing an Imperial Guard
cool.
Chimera chassis. So they said they really got more bang for their buck this way by being able to buy one kit, buy a used chassis, and boom, 2 models.
Nice.
And I love this guy's AdMech paint scheme. I feel like this flat red paint schemes get really boring, so I really like seeing alternate paint schemes for AdMech.
Indeed, that looks really cool.
It does, and for a lot of people, they were kind of wanting it to be treads when it was first coming out, so it's nice to see actually with the tracks on there.
Yeah, I think the tracks actually add a really nice touch to them. Also, Zane put out a warning that he is infinite.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he has a third account now.
Oh, gosh.
It just keeps going. I'm still not sold on these transports. They are points wise cheap, but other than points wise, they seem worse than the drill in every way.
Really?
And the fact that they're only toughness 6 too.
I was going to ask you, are you ever planning to get the drill?
I'm still haven't made up my mind whether I want to invest time and money into the drill or one of these, because they say the drill is like taking a Land Raider, right? It's going to be more it's going to be more expensive in points,
right?
But it's going to do way more damage. Whereas this is like a Rhino, it's only a strength 6 Rhino, so some things can get in there and damage it really easy. Even an assault cannon is 6 shots blooming on 4s, you know? Like, this sucker will go down quickly. So, I don't know. I'm afraid that I'm going to put a bunch of, my priests in there, which are not a cheap unit, toss a bunch of them in there, send them up the field, and they're going to get bloated up.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think the termite might be the termite might be a better way to go, but I'm not sure yet. Yeah. If you guys have any opinions on the AdMech transports, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm still debating on which one to get. Also, I've kind of put my AdMech on hold for the moment because I'm really enjoying my White Scars, but that's beside the point.
There you go.
This, I don't even know what this is. I came across this on Instagram, and I'm like, this is one of the most gorgeous, best painted models I've ever seen. Yep. This is going in art week.
Yep, Chili War Gamers.
This is almost like an oil painting.
Gorgeous, man. I mean, the skin tone, it's almost translucent. It just, man.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I was looking at the tiny amounts of filigree that they've painted into the fading of the cloak that I can't even begin to imagine how many hours that would have took.
Yeah.
Exactly. Those details on the clothes alone. This person must have gone cross-eyed and blind at the same time.
Man.
And the skin tone looks so natural. Yep. I really feel like I'm looking at somebody's legs, somebody's arms. Like, the skin tone is so natural. This is amazing looking. Now this is under Chilling Wargamers. Is the artist's name anywhere on there?
No, I didn't see it.
Dang it. NNN is hard enough without this. My bad, man. My bad. This one I just thought was neat because it was two factions that I love. Somebody in the Rama said that they love the new Khan model so much, but that they had to make a Space Wolf out of it. And I thought the combination was really neat.
Yeah, it worked, man.
I just wish they had shaded the yellow down some. It looks too bright.
A little bit.
It's pretty cool overall, though. I mean,
yeah, great conversion. And I love that the sword is painted up as a frost sword.
Right.
Very Space Wolfy.
oh, here's more of what's her name?
Mythos, that is simply beautiful. Was that the lady?
Yeah.
Is that's sick?
That's
Very
got to
nice.
be airbrushed.
Yeah. Just gorgeous.
For the skin tones?
I'm wondering if for how much of it. To be fair,
I mean, the skin, because skin itself is slightly translucent. To give it that glow, and that's exactly what it looks like. It's glowing, man. Good.
Also, I mean, just look at the transitions on that chest armor.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's just so awesome. All right, moving right along. All right, this is by Chaos Chick. Gonna update here in just a second. Little Dreadnought Love.
All right, for you heretics out there, I forgot who submitted it, but somebody submitted some. I think it might have been Brother Thomas. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was Brother Thomas. Submitted some Thousand Sun love here.
That's cool.
Get out of there. You know you don't belong in there. Yes, you are a good pup. Are you sure that's not a wolf?
So I saw this.
Go ahead.
I saw this on Instagram, and as somebody who likes to do freehand, even I was kind of like, how? Like,
I agree. I was on picture number 5 by the time I realized that these were freehand. These were not like sculpted in.
Yep.
That's crazy. Like they do the 3D shapes of like the gems so well. I really feel like right now I'm looking at gems.
Yeah.
That scarab on the
That is painted on.
Oh, wow.
it's almost
the scarabs are painted on those wings. That's all painted on.
Wow.
The
that's
scratches here. Also, I have to say, as a nice fluffy touch, I really like that where the paint is scraped away, the old color scheme of the Thousand Suns ruby color is underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He did the non-metallic paint, dude. Look at this.
Yep.
That is excellent. Oh, wow.
Yep, those are definitely browns fading to yellow and then even some white.
Dang it, dude. But look at that. Jesus. That's just another level, bro. Holy crap.
This is I think some Golden Demon stuff right here, in my opinion.
I mean, the level of detail, that's and a lot of work. I mean, it's definitely to make it believable.
I would say at least display. You wouldn't see this on the table.
Yeah.
You definitely wouldn't want somebody touching this on the table. Hey,
Yeah.
man, you want me to pull your casualty? You better not touch my model.
Fist fight.
You're a drooling freak. At least we don't hear any smacking. Hand check. David Lee on the, I want to say the 40K White Scars page, did his armies on parade board with his White Scars, and I was happy to see, because unfortunately, the great big trend right now for White Scars, competitive wise, is that they're mostly going towards not mostly Primera stuff you would take to tournaments, Invictor War suits, Executioners. And so White Scars, even though they're usually heavy bike oriented, are becoming less bike oriented because people are afraid of them fading out. Right. So I'm glad to see that somebody's this is both their tournament list and their armies on parade.
It's a lot of bikes, dude.
Lots of bikes here, lots of jump packs, very thematic. And I think even as the dread choice on here, the Invictors, I think, are the most White Scar dread out of the rest of them, I think.
Right. Pretty cool, man. And that's everything. That's art of the week.
I'm gonna forward one more, just because I said forward. Okay, copy image. Because our boy Brian would like to see some orcs.
Okay.
We'll toss in
little orc love.
Little orc love for our brother, the Atomic Dog Scale Model Freak. He says, "Wog."
Hey, come on. Oh, wow, there it is. Ooh, wow. Oh, that's colorful.
Colorful.
Very colorful.
Yep.
All right, let me switch. There we go.
I need to do some more emo fan art. That was fun last time. That was fun for us to see too. Chaplain emo fan art.
Right.
Speaking of which, after all this amazing art, I know I'm definitely going to need some motivation.
Gotta get some motivation, man. You know, this was a long week for me. It really was. It was very busy. Got a lot of stuff done at work, and and I've been working hard at the painting table, and I really can use some, some good motivation, So, but yeah, I think we need some Chaplain. So. But look at that, dude. That looks really cool. Very, very colorful.
Very colorful.
Yep.
The checker work is clean. Very clean.
I see a lot of Borderlands style there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this comic book style is taking hold at the moment. I've seen a lot of, not just 40K and fantasy and stuff, but a lot of minis in general being done in this kind of really large black lining style.
What do you think about that, Wolf Wraith? What do you think that's even? It's worth. Is it worth the time? Do you think it's worth painting? Do you like it?
I think that it works for things like orcs, definitely, because the way a lot of orc kind of sculpts have a lot of big planes on them that kind of fit that style perfectly.
Right.
As you can see in these, but for some of the others, it gets crazy if you start trying to even consider things like Dark Eldar and some of the other 40K stuff, especially in Age of Sigmar. Some of them are just nuts trying to even consider doing this with.
That's interesting you say that, because I have seen it done on Space Marine models. What are your thoughts when people do stuff like that?
I mean, it's always good to try new styles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same as anything. I mean, look at non-metallic metals. That for ages, that was just a thing people did for proper painting. It was never part of the hobby, and then it took off and everybody started doing it. So it might become a thing, but
right. Interesting. All right. Well, this looks really cool.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I like comic booky pop like that. So, and I've been interested in the blue skin tone orcs for a while, because that kind of remind me of like World of Warcraft orcs. You know, because even though the general color of orcs in there is, you know, green, of course, you know, people could make their characters blue orcs or whatever. So I thought these were pretty cool.
Yep.
I would definitely agree that with the chat that noise marines in that style would be incredible.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you want to catch up on the chat?
Actually, so there's a couple of those there. Some people love it. Brian sees perfection. Thomas says it's not his cup of bourbon, but he does think it would look good with noise marines. These orcs reside in the North Pole. They're just really freaking cold. Wolf Ray, do you like Chaplain EMO? If not, you're not alone.
Well,
Brian, Zane says Brian loves it.
I think at some point we'll have to do ask does Chaplain EMO like Wolf Wraith, and then we'll decide the answer on that after the...
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Brother Thomas says, how many points of blood, I think he means blood ravens, do you have, right?
I'm currently sitting on over 4k worth of points.
Oh my god.
But and I'll show you guys why. It's because he takes up about 2,000 points of that.
Ooh.
Woo. That's
Right
a big
there.
boy.
Yep.
I want to paint a warhound so bad, but I know I'd never play a game big enough for anyone to go against it.
So realistically, everyone, you got about 2,000 points, but he exists. I've never. He sits there now and just collects dust. It was the worst purchase I've ever made because like nobody ever will let me use it.
What I really want to get before one of those is one of those, and I'm going to mispronounce it because I always do. But again, everybody still dings me on the way I usually say Sakaran wrong. So,
I say
but
Sicarian.
the one with the big 4 guns, the Porphyrion, that the big knight before you get to Titan, something like that. I want one of those, but again, I don't think I'd ever play a game big enough to use one.
There's a club near me called Battle Bunker where we had a game where I took that to. It was the only time I've ever getting to use it, where we had an Imperial Titan, that 2 Warhounds, and 3 Knights, I think it was, all Chaos versus off edge against just a wall of Imperial Knights.
Wow,
That's wild.
I bet that was an awesome game.
We never finished it.
Elstonation. Morning, buddy.
Good morning, Elstonation. Awesome, the awesome and amazing Judge Gudge that we usually see hanging out on Shilling Wargamers was here earlier. That was pretty amazing. So, very cool. Now we've got the man himself. Yes, Mythos, that one with the big guns. I know what you're saying. I roll. Do you? Do I know what you know that I'm saying?
Oh, you know. And he knows that you know.
Chaos 1. 3D print 1. I do that for models I want to paint but won't play. That's a good point.
Yeah.
If it never hits the tabletop, why not, right?
You know, that's something that eventually I'm going to have to assemble and paint Mythos' Dorn. Because I have him, you know, and he's just sitting there gray and sad. I got to put Dorn together.
Yeah.
I also have Russ.
Speaking,
Yeah.
I was about to say, speaking of models that will paint but probably not play because they're 30K models,
Yep.
yeah, I really should paint up my Russ as well. And that was one of my goals for this year, so I might crank that out in December when I do up my Celestine.
That would be cool.
You know, our yearly goals.
You paint your Russ, I'll paint my Dorn. Fair?
All right, my brother. Well, I got a Apollyon? I don't remember the name. Brothers, you want to introduce our brother Chaplain EMO while I step away for a second mysteriously?
Sure, go right ahead. Mysteriously. Careful. All right, guys. You know, so typically this is the part where we welcome Chaplain EMO. So, of course, you know, this is where we love the jingle, man. This is where the intro to Chaplain EMO just gives us some joy. So let's bring in a little Chaplain emo cheer here.
When you're going into battle and you don't know how to feel, just count on Chaplain EMO and his joy will make you squeal. So when the world gets you down, you want to scream, just listen to the words of Chaplain EMO.
Okay, yes, that is the wild and zany Chaplain emo. Chaplain, we really need to hear from you today. You know, we know that not only are you the oracle from the Emperor, you are the very voice of the Emperor, and I really feel that you have so much strength, Chaplain. I also believe that you have so much courage. You're not afraid of anybody. I don't know. I mean, Wolf Wraith, do you think Chaplain Emo's afraid of anybody? The guy is buff. I mean, he's built. He's a beast. Mythos, what do you think?
I mean, the Emperor protects. Why would he be afraid of anyone?
He's not afraid of anything or anyone. So anyway, yeah. So Chaplain, what say you? How do you handle it?
Hello,
I don't know who you are,
this is the Chaplain speaking.
but I will find you, and I will kill you.
I am most definitely not the Chaplain.
You think maybe it was a wrong number? Think maybe wrong number? Just
I mean, we saw him. He was there. It couldn't have been the wrong number.
oh, possibly.
You know, but you don't mess with Liam Neeson's.
That's true. That's true. Yes, Liam, kick his arse.
You don't mess with Liam Neeson's.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I can't believe that Liam actually called him like that. That was wow. That was.
I think Brian hired Liam Neeson.
I think so too. I think that was pre-planned. I mean, really, that's messed up, Brian. Totally messed up.
Is this where we discover that he's actually an Inquisitor?
Right, exactly.
Liam Neeson would be the best Inquisitor.
That would be awesome. Well, there you go. There's some Chaplain for you.
He most certainly did not. Qui-Gon is one of the coolest Jedi.
It really
ever.
is. I have to agree. I gotta agree. I really did like Qui-Gon. That was. I really did. The very level-headed, very centered. You know, just. Yeah.
The only sensible-minded Jedi we ever saw in any of the films.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, the only one with real common sense. It's like, okay, holy crap, this guy can actually think. Jesus, you know. He wasn't. He wasn't
maybe
knee
you were
jerk.
there, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, he wasn't knee jerk. You know, he's like, oh, let's jump into conclusions right now. You know.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead because we don't want to hear Brian's opinion on Star Wars right now. We're gonna go ahead and jump into a ton of news this week. So before we head over to the news, though, we got a few people to thank, right, Freak? I'm gonna let you do it this week since I messed it up last week.
All right. Let me see if
I messed it up big time last week.
Well, what makes you think I'm not going to jack it up right now? I mean, come on, bro.
Because at least if you jack it up, then we're 1-1. It's fine.
God. Let's see. Where is it? Where's my ticker?
Brother Roxas says, "Yo,
Hey, man. What happening? I don't even know where it is. Patreon. Oh, wait.
Zane, I don't even know. I'm not exactly sure what context that is in right now. I'm not sure I want to know.
Let me see if I can pull it up on. Where is it? Oh man, let's crank up some music here while we're waiting.
While you are, you're pulling up the news. Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm pulling up. I mean, I can pull up the news. We were gonna pay some bills here.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't know what you needed to pull up for that.
Yeah, I need the names. I've changed everything, and so I forgot to put it on this new overlay.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
my
I
life.
remember who's what level then. If you want me to do it,
If you don't mind, man, that would be amazing.
not at all. First of all, we want to start off by thanking our Blood Claw level brother Jake from Chief Live Gaming. Then we got a couple of badass Grey Hunters in the house. Okay, we've got brother Roxas, Geary Gone.
Yeah.
All right. Grey Hunter, number 1. We got Inquisitor Zane, another Grey Hunter. Thank both of those brothers for supporting the channel.
Well, Zane's like three guys right now, so you have to thank him 3 times.
Zane's like 3 guys, so that's like 4 Blood Claws we've got right there. And then we've got our Wolf God. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, guys. It is a huge and tremendous help to us, so thank you guys so very much.
Good stuff, man. Thanks again for your support, guys. As always, you know me, I like to plug that. Giggity. So, guys, you know, even as something as least as less, whatever, as much as $1, you know, every little bit counts. You know, 50 cents, throw some change. You know, help us brother out.
I mean,
so.
don't throw the change at us.
No, that's only the Chippendales. We get that a lot, so please.
We get that a lot.
Yeah, I mean they throw actually rolls of quarters and they aim for our heads, but we still stay. So, you know, we finish the night every time. You know, so, yeah.
They can't pay enough to make us leave.
No, we're committed. We're committed. Although I have some problems with the chafing and the bow tie. You know, so I'll have to talk to the manager about that.
Brian says he's on fire tonight, and then he said, "Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares." But that's really showing your age, Brian.
Wow.
Phone call ain't been 25 cents in the last 30 years, sir.
Yeah, and you went all country on us, bro. Yeah, you know, Travis Tritt, really, bro?
Now, I've been trying to get the Inquisitors Collective Hub channel going with the Frosted Fist and Gamecraft Dragon teams to start it off. He is our official agent on the hub. All right, so we got a lot of news tonight, right? There's like 3 different news articles for the sisters I chucked your way. Plus the Black Templars. You want to start with Black Templars? I know you were really excited when I sent that over to you.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull this hot mess here.
So those of you who weren't with us early in the year, somewhere around the February-March area, Freak was talking about adding some Malay badassness to his Imperial Fists. And before he decided and settled on Space Wolves, he was thinking about painting up a good chunk of his Imperial Fists as Black Templars, since they are also Sons of Dorn. But eventually he decided on Space Wolves. But when I sent him this article on Black Templars, the man got excited. Of course, then he rubbed salt in it. He said, yeah, these guys are basically the new Space Wolves. I was like, you shut your mouth.
Sorry, man. Sorry. All right, hang on. I'm setting up here. I'm trying to find it. Did you resend it to me, Mythos?
Yeah, I can send it to you again, though. No big deal.
If you don't mind, please.
No big dizzle.
Okay, perfect. Here. Okay. I think that might be.
Do a little talking while I search for it real quick.
All right. So, have you? When's the last time you played a game there, Wolfwraith?
Oh, that is a long, long time. So I'm testing out the army at a 1K point game tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow.
Oh,
Technically tomorrow because it is technically Saturday for me now.
right.
So
Yeah.
so we'll see how they do.
Awesome, man, dude. That's awesome. So you're excited to get back into it, or you're a little nervous?
Yeah. Maybe not nervous. I've been itching for a game for ages now. It's one of those things where I have a shelf full of minis now that are in reasonable painted condition. I'm like, kind of just want to get these on the table now and actually see what they can do. So
I know how you feel, man. When we go too long without a game,
Yep, you get the itch. Yep.
the urge is real.
but it could be a Blood Ravens versus a Thousand Suns game. So it could be interesting. So we'll see how it goes. The people I'm versing, it's either Marines versus Marines, Thousand Suns, Tyranids, or Chaos. So we'll see. At 1,000 points, I'm not worried too much.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Man, definitely wish you a lot of luck, man.
Indeed. Yeah, let us know how the game goes. Okay, so
I
go ahead.
want to recommend the rapid fire stratagem for your intercessors. Man, when you get a bunch of them chucking out 4 shots per bolter, that sucker is crazy. I wiped out a whole squad of guard with that the other day in one go. It's pretty cool.
All right. Be ready for the news?
Mm-hmm. We are indeed.
All right, here we are. So we were kind of going over this Faith and Fury chapter, the Black Templars. Man, we were going over some of the rules. Like, oh my God, they were. I thought they were pretty good then, but man, some of the rules that are out now, this is ridiculous, dude. They are, like, for me, kind of very, very heavy melee. Just really, really heavy melee. They've definitely got it where it counts. So we just go right into it, shall we? Black Templars, the Righteous Zeal. Okay. By the way, this is coming out of their little codex supplement here. When a charge roll is made for a unit with this tactic, you can re-roll any or all of the dice. In addition, when a model with this tactic would lose a wound as a result of mortal wound, roll a 1d6. On a 5-up, that wound's not lost. Oh, you got a mortal wound. Hold on, 5-up? No, I think I'm good.
And I think that this is a really good way to represent how they're like anti-psyker,
Yeah.
Because typically dealing mortal wounds, and these guys spread them off.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's crazy. Or, if they're actually going after a very, very heavy or deadly opponent, right? Especially when they're trying to make a charge. They're going in, for the kill. And, got mortal wounds during Overwatch. So it's like,
Freak made sure to remind me. He's like, hey, Mythos, remember when your Space Wolves could re-roll their charges? And I'm like, you shut up, Freak.
That was, yes. This next one is called the Knights of Sigismund. Whilst the Assault Doctrine is active, when resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by a Black Templars model with this ability against a unit that is not a vehicle in a turn, which that model made a charge, move, or performed a heroic intervention, an unmodified hit roll of 6 automatically scores a hit and successfully wounds the target. You do not make a wound roll. That is
wow.
That is jacked up. You don't even bother rolling. Nope. Put your dice down. You just take.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, just take the wound, pal. Just sit down, shut up. Just Let it happen.
Here's a question:
Oh, go ahead.
Is the new Intercessor, the new Dreadnought that came out? That's not a Dreadnought. That's the
Invictor
Stealth
Warship.
Dread. Yes. Is it classed as a vehicle? Does it have the vehicle keyword?
I believe it does. Let me double check for you. Pull up my battle scribe. Battle scribe will probably take 10 minutes, so we can.
Book, hang on.
The only reason I'm asking is because if that trait affects that could actually be pretty devastating.
That's a really good point, actually.
Because that thing can pretty much deep strike on top of people.
Taking a look real quick.
Because with it being because I know the other Dread does, but I wasn't sure if that, because of the way they've made it, whether or not it would have a separate.
Yeah, it's not quite a dreadnought.
You're talking about the beta carriage, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, let me see here. I just got the book out.
Yep, vehicle is its first keyword.
There you go.
Okay, thank God, because that would have been horrendous.
That would have been really nasty.
Yep, it definitely is.
Automatic hits and wounds with that big old fist of it.
Man, that's crazy.
Well, yeah. Black Temper Terminators are going to be scary.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. Speaking of which, their next that stratagem is probably one of the next things that we're going to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And that stratagem is going to be perfect for Terminators.
So this
I'm thinking specifically for Terminators.
Yeah, I think this definitely will fall in line with the Terminator. The Epitome of Piety. This warlord can attempt to resist one psychic power in your opponent's psychic phase in the same manner that a psyker can by denying the witch. When a deny the witch test is taken for this warlord, add 1 to the total. That's pretty cool. So, so basically, your warlord can act as like a psyker to actually deny a psychic casting from the enemy. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of necessary too, because Black Templars hate psychers so much they refuse to have any in their army.
Yep.
So since you can't have a psyker, you have another way to deny those, those psychic powers.
They have an advantage.
Next, we have Fires of Devotion.
Yep. If this litany is inspiring, then select one friendly Black Templars unit within 6 inches of this model. If that unit makes a charge move or performs a heroic intervention, add 1 to the attack's characteristic of models in that unit until the end of the turn.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay. Here's where it gets really crazy, okay? So now with 1 CP, right, with 1 command point, you can do this shock and awe. This is the part that gets really crazy. All right, use the stratagem in your charge phase. You select 1 Black Templars infantry unit from your army that disembarked from, let's say, a Land Raider or Crusader this turn. Until the end of that turn, the enemy cannot fire Overwatch at the selected unit. And when resolving an attack made against that unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. So they can disembark this bad boy, and you cannot Overwatch them at all. That's...
Terminators, man. You're just going to see a crap ton of Black Temper Terminators in Land Raiders.
Yes! Like, oh, God! Like, look, they're doing it right here. You're like, all right, let's go after them. It's like they can't...
Just imagine now you've got a squad of Terminators coming out of the Land Raider, right?
Yep.
So then they're going to have 2 attacks apiece because they're Terminators, right?
Yep.
You're going to get a third one for Shock Assault.
Yep.
Okay. Then on top of that, they're not going to be able to get Overwatch. They're going to go in there with all these Thunderhammers. It's going to be amazing. And then if you combine that with on any 6s, they're automatically wounding with their minus 3 AP, 3 damaged Thunderhammers.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that. 2 took my dice, knew exactly where I was going with that. Take that, Tau. The thing is that you definitely where a lot of Malay armies fall short is if they try and charge the big dogs, right? Because you can't suppressor a Riptide or a Storm Surge, right? But if you use this shock and awe and you're charging them and they can't overwatch, and then you're getting in all those free Thunderhammer attacks that are wounding automatically, hitting automatically on 6s, that's pretty
You know
amazing.
You know what I'm very salty about is the fact that we didn't, as Blood Ravens, get a version of this for drop pods and call it Steel Rain.
Oh, that would have been perfect for that.
I'm seeing a pattern here, Mythos. It seems like GW is kind of equipping. They don't seem to like really nerfing Tau much, but instead they're bringing the fight to them. Does that sound about right? I mean, that's a good observation, or what?
You and I did a talk about this time last year, the FAQ WTF, right?
Yep. Yes.
It seemed like they were really like buffing gunline armies, but now we're starting to see some of the buffs go the Malay route here, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, it is, dude. It really is. I have to agree with you. So,
Also, no, go ahead.
No, go. You go.
I was just going to say, also with their doctrine ability being in the tactical or in the assault phase, I have to say a part of that makes me happy, because for the longest time, it was, for a while it was just White Scars. Everybody else, like your Imperial Fists or the Iron Hands, got to use their doctrine abilities right away in the heavy, in the Devastator phase, right?
Right.
Others
have to wait.
We got to wait halfway through the game, turn 3 when it's almost over before we can use ours. But now at least there's another chapter out there that's got kind of similar buffs and limitations.
Right. So this is a relic, right? So this is the Sword of Judgment chapter relic. I think this is really cool. This is pretty rough. It's called the Sword of Judgment, right? It's strength 1, and then -3 AP, damage of 3. So every time I see this, I just think of the Fist of Dorn, and this. Dude, this is ridiculous. The model with a power sword or one master crafted power sword only. This relic replaces a power sword or master crafted power sword and has the following profiles. Dude, that is ridiculous. Just so you arm your sergeant or your captain or whoever with this bad boy. And not put them on your sergeant of your Terminator. Yeah.
Well, you gotta sergeant don't get relics, so it'd have to be
like
the
captain. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, this would be ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's as much AP and as much damage as the Thunderhammer, right? I mean it's only +1 strength, so it's gonna be a little harder to wound.
Right.
But I mean, if you do wound though, you're getting basically Thunderhammer damage,
right?
Straight 3.
Let's not forget 6s are automatic wounds anyway.
Oh, hey, yeah. You're right. That's a great combination there. Oh, hey, my strength 4 dude is gonna have trouble wounding, but if I hit on 6, I'm wounding automatically. That's a great combination.
Yeah. So definitely giving some Templar love there from GW. That's really, really cool. I do like the models. I do like the way they look.
I'm excited to see if we're going to see anybody playing Black Templars with this.
You know what?
Cool stuff.
That is a good point. I really would love to see a couple of battle reports with that. I have not really seen any. But hopefully, now with. And I think you know what I gotta admit, I think this is probably a very, very well thought out deal here for Games Workshop. They're bringing these armies back. They're exciting people enough to actually going in there and they're playing them again. They're dusting them off. It's like, all right, let's try this. Let's see what happens. Super exciting to see, man.
Wolfwraith, do your Ravens have a doctrine ability?
We do. So essentially, the doctrine ability that we have is the same doctrine ability that they provided to the Make Your Own chapter, but the Make Your Own chapter allows you to pick another one on top of. So we kind of got messed over. It's essentially if anything of a 1 or 2 against us is anything Is it? I think it's up to 3. Anything up to 3 is essentially an auto fail on the attack unmodified.
Oh, okay, on hitting you or wounding you.
Hitting us.
That's cool.
So
That's not bad though. That's a good one.
it's not bad, but when you can take that and another one when you make your own faction, it's a little bit.
That's fair. It is a slight nerf.
Yeah.
All right, catching up on the chat here. Some Big D says he's got a 1K fight tomorrow. His Death Guard versus Dark Angels. Man, I don't normally root for the heretics, but they're both heretics in this case. So I'm gonna root for our bro, Big D. In the month of purity, must stay strong. Zane is really working at it. I really want to make use of this new Inquisition rules and to make my Grey Knights worth a damn. That'll be cool. I did like that. It's going to share some of the keyword abilities with the Grey Knights and the Death Watch. So that'll be cool. Big D wins the Discord going up, by the way. Big D over at Gamecraft Dragon did launch a Patreon recently. Go check him out on his channel. New upgrades for the command squads look pretty cool. Yep. So many attacks, so many wounds. Shock and awe is epic. Take that, Tau. Making Marines great again, not just wolves. Give it to a marshal. Time to dust my boys off. Oh, I guess my dice had some Black Templars.
I didn't
That's
know
cool.
that. That'll be cool.
Been making some Crusader templates, but painting white sucks. I could see that. Ultramarines have a Warlord trait that allows you to use the Tactical Doctrine for 1 unit while still in the Devastator Doctrine. Man, that is pretty crazy. I keep saying that because we have to wait till the game is almost over to use the Tactical Doctrines for White Scars. I really wish we had a stratagem or something to speed up 1 round of the Doctrines. But it's all good. Okay, we are caught up on the chat. You want to go into some Sisters news?
Yes, sir. Let's do it. All right. El Sister. Do you want to do Sisters? Okay, let me find it. Sister. Yep.
Dee says, "Sup? Sup?
Hi.
How you doing?
You doing? Okay, Battle Sisters on the Battle, Part 1. Excuse me.
Yep. So there's 2 parts to this plus another Sisters one we're going to take a look at.
Okay.
So on the battlefield, this is showing some of their just chilling. It's early. Gamecraft Dragon says, my Discord is up now. $3 patrons have access.
Very nice.
All right. So we know that the first round of Sisters is out with the new box set. All right. And here's to look at some of the ones. I really, really love those Seraphim. Those are very cool. I love the sister in the middle with the whip. I think it's a Canoness. Those flagellants look crazy, but they are absolute blenders. They were just wiping through my squads whenever we were playing against Flyers, so had to put some shots into them quick. And then the regular Battle Sister line, I really love the new helmets, the robe, power armor. It all looks amazing to me. Very, very cool. All right. So what's some of this goodness say, freak?
Well, it's talking about gaining miracle dice. You gain 1 miracle dice at the beginning of each battle round, and you gain 1 at the end of a phase if 1 or more of the following conditions are met 1 or more times during the phase. So, Vengeance. So, a unit from your army with the Axe of Faith ability destroys an enemy unit. Okay.
What?
Yes. A unit from your army with the Axe of Faith ability destroys an enemy unit. That's Vengeance.
Right on. You kill something, you get a dice.
Yep.
By the way, if anyone wonders what these miracle dice are, these are dice that you're going to use. You're going to spend them to for your Acts of Faith abilities. Mm-hmm. So this is basically you accomplish one of these things on the checklist. You get a dice. You get to make more Acts of Faith.
The next one is Sacrifice. It's a character unit from your army with the Acts of Faith ability is destroyed. Purity. A psychic power is resisted by a unit from your army with the Act of Faith ability without performing an act of faith to do so. Maybe.
That's one they're going to have to explain a little better to us.
Yeah, it almost seems like they won't. I don't know. I mean, you get it without doing it. I don't get it.
I wonder if you're resisting it like with a Deny the Witch kind of.
That's what it sounds
like.
Yeah. And in Valor, you roll an unmodified one for a morale test taken for a unit with the Act of Faith ability without performing an act of faith to do so. Okay. I'm completely.
I mean, I can roll ones all day, so I can probably get that one every time.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is this sounds very much like what they did for Tzeentch in Age of Sigmar with their fate dice. And if it's half as nuts as what that was, this is going to be crazy.
Crazy in a good way or crazy in a bad way?
It depends what end of the receiving table you are on.
That's fair. That's very fair.
And
man, that is a great action shot there,
really
man.
is.
These new sisters are going to look so striking on the battlefield.
Yeah, they do. They definitely have some harsh faces, though. That's for sure. Strong, not harsh. Strong.
Some of them have some harsh ones, but I have noticed in some of the pictures, like the one on the thumbnail for tonight, some of them actually do have some pretty feminine faces.
Yeah.
So they've got a good mix.
Yeah, well, that's good. All right, Sacred Rites. So when a sister battles take to the battlefield, they do so having performed holy rituals to prepare themselves mentally and spiritually for the bloody task ahead. Sacred Rites offer powerful in-game advantages and are earned by keeping the faith, otherwise known as fielding an army made exclusively of Adepta Sororitas and Adeptus Ministorum units. At the start of the battle, you can either pick one of the 6 Sacred Rites to activate, whichever is most advantageous for the mission or enemy army at hand, or sacrifice your choice to generate 2 at random to benefit from both. If you're expecting to be in for a tough fight, then you may want to consider Spirit of the Martyr to ensure that if your sisters fall in battle, they'll die hard. Here you go. Spirit of the Martyr. When a model with this sacred rite is destroyed, roll 1d6 before removing the model from play. On a 5-up, that model can either shoot with one of its ranged weapons as if it were still your shooting phase, or make one attack with one of its melee weapons as if it were in the fight phase. And the model has a damage table. Use the bottom row of that table when shooting with that ranged weapon or resolving that attack with a melee weapon. That's cool. It's almost like dealing with the trickster.
Yeah, the trickster, or even more the banner ability of Space Marines, right?
Yeah,
which I think the banner does it on a 4+, but this, I mean, still getting it army wide on a 5+ is not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Nope. Just jumping back in. I was going to say, I noticed just above this, it said about the Tzeentch that if you'd played Age of Sigmar, you would have seen this with the Tzeentch Codex and how effective it could be. I was like, no, here we go.
I like the combo style because it's like, I do this, it procs this dice, I use the dice, I did something successful, it procs another dice, it's pretty cool.
It's going to be incredibly flexible.
So what?
It's going to be incredibly flexible, this army.
Nice. Which is what they need, since they're physically a little less powerful than other armies. I think some tactical flexibility would be nice.
Alternatively, if you're facing a large numbers of aggressive enemies such as Tyranid or Orcs, the Passion may give you the edge you need in combat, not to be confused with the movie. The Passion, when resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by a model with the Sacred Rite, an unmodified hit roll of 6 scores 1 additional hit.
Ooh, army
you know,
wide. That is nice.
as written, this does not say that that additional hit cannot generate an additional hit.
It does not.
That is.
I wonder if they're going to fix that before it comes out.
I was gonna say that
I would
sounds
hope
very
so.
broken. That sounds very
Yep.
broken. Oh, I've got another 6. Oh, hold on, still rolling them. I quit. I'm
Yeah.
done. You win. Screw you.
I hope that gets corrected before that goes out, because people will use that.
It'll be an errata, no doubt. All right, but yet there's some more. Many of the Sisters of Battle unit have the Shield of Faith ability, offering them an English moron, invulnerable save, which is always handy, and a chance to deny the witch. They're really not fans of witches after all. Shield of Faith. Models in this unit have a 6-up invul save. That's pretty cool. I mean, in addition, one model in this unit can attempt to resist 1 psychic power in your opponent's psychic phase in the same manner as a psyker by taking a deny the witch test. If that model is within 24 inches of the enemy model manifesting that psychic power. So when taking the deny the witch test, roll 1d6 instead of 2d6. The psychic power is resisted if the roll is greater than the result of the psychic test that manifested that power. So yeah, pretty much deny the witch.
This is interesting because it's each unit that has this ability. So you might be able to deny a lot of psychic tests.
Yeah.
And, we were wondering earlier with the wording of the previous ability, we were like, well, how are they supposed to deny this power? And Shield of Faith is the answer.
Shield of Faith, yep.
That's pretty awesome. Also, the Shield of Faith being a 6-up invul save, it's funny because 6-up is not that great,
right?
Seemingly, but we've seen in my AdMech that also has an army-wide 6-up invul. It helps out more than somebody, than some would think, right? Plus, things Sisters can do can stack that up with other invul abilities, so they can actually get that down to, I want to say, to like a 4-up.
Right. So especially if you got a very large, heavy, foot presence, army presence, that would be great. If you got large numbers, this would actually work out real well because you're talking about a numbers game. Then the percentages are higher for that. So
absolutely.
In addition to your tactically versatile Emperor blessed battle sisters, you'll also have success or access to some wild and incredibly dangerous auxiliary units, such as the Death Cult Assassins and Penitent Engines. Those Penitent Engines are sick, dude. They're just really crazy. What's more, these units have the Zealot ability, making them deadlier still once combat is joined. So here's the Zealot. When resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by a model in this unit, you can reroll the hit rolls if that model's unit made a charge move, was charged, or performed a heroic intervention this turn.
And you've seen before with Chapter Masters, with Belisaria's Call, re-rolling all your hits is amazing.
Yep. Jeez.
Arcoflagellants are dangerous enough as it is, but when they're re-rolling all hits too, that's a whole new world of pain.
Insane, dude. It's really cool to see this because I swear it almost looks like Cat and Nine Tails. That's just, these are just, ooh.
Yeah.
That just really.
I think though, instead of painting mine up in these fleshy colors,
yeah,
I think I'm going to do them in like skin tight, S&M kind of black leather.
You gonna give them gag balls too?
No, and it's not even about that. It's just seeing these, tortured nude souls running around just looks a little creepy.
It is creepy, but yeah.
I'm more using the black leather to tone it down a little bit.
It would be hard. You can always use some, green stuff and make a gag ball.
Like I said, it's not even about that.
Ah, okay. Just checking, man. Just making sure we're on the same page here. Whatever. All right, that's on that one. Which do we want to do the number 2?
Yep.
Number 2.
And while you're switching over, I'm going to catch up in the shot.
Hey, that's disgusting.
All right, Didi's just chilling. It's early. Discord is up. I like the changes to the acts of faith. Very cool. Faith built upon actual actions in game. That's pretty cool. Hellwork says mosh pit at a Five Finger Death Punch concert is crazy. I imagine.
Mhm.
I like that idea. Mythos is doing Bondage Warriors. I just think it looks better. You got this whole like, all these sisters dressed in, pretty cool looking armor, and then you got the naked guys running across the field. It just seems weird to me, so that's why I'm going to paint some black leather on it.
So he's gonna make him more creepy.
At least they have some clothes on.
Yeah, look at these guys over there running around spandex and gag balls. That's not creepy at all. I mean, come on, man. Gag balls. Just saying. All right, part
Anywho.
2. Part 2. All right, let me get back to it here. All right, so this is a part 2. In part 1, we looked at their army-wide rules. So today, we're delving in a little deeper into the more tactical abilities.
I heard spandex. What the hell? I mean,
That was Brian?
I don't know what had you zoned out, but the fact that that's what brought you back.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. That was Brian, wasn't it?
Yep, that was
I
Brian.
figured. Yep, welcome back, Brian.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. They'll be clapping soon.
All right. So seeing some more cool abilities.
Ooh, this is pretty.
Also, I just want to go on record saying that I'm changing out all the creepy babies in my army for things like birds and other stuff that is going to be the model match there.
Mythos is not keen on the creepy babies.
I'm not keen on the creepy babies. I
Not
built a
fan of the
library
surfer,
once.
am I, yeah?
Say what?
Just say not a fan of the surfer, am I?
Oh, you're not either?
No.
You're not into the whole creepy baby thing?
No. Like it's always been weird,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
They're 8 pound, 5 ounce. Baby Jesus. We want to thank you. I mean, that's a creepy baby.
Yep, that's another great shot of the sisters together. I really like that standard there. She looks pretty cool.
All right, here we go. Order convictions. As with the chapter tactics of the Space Marines and their equivalents in other factions, Sisters of Battle detachments in Battle Forge armies can be given convictions, which each offer powerful abilities that represent how your favorite order fights. The most famous of these is the Order of our Martyred Lady, who can generate additional miracle dice, enabling you to divinely engineer even more of your crucial rolls. So here it is. Our Martyred Lady, the Blood of Martyrs. And it's kind of funny how they have the font. The font almost looks like that. What do you call it? That Inquisition. I don't know.
It looks like a ye old poster.
Yeah. Looks pretty. Okay, so here we go. You gain 1 miracle dice at the end of any phase, other than the morale phase, which any units with this conviction were destroyed. This is in addition to any miracle dice gained at the end of a phase in which a character unit with the Acts of Faith ability was destroyed. In addition, when resolving an attack made by a model with this conviction, add 1 to the hit roll if 1 or more models from that model's unit have been destroyed in this battle, even if they have been subsequently returned to the battle.
Oh, that's awesome. These guys are going to have so many miracle dice.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
However, if you favor speed and tactical flexibility, you may want to consider the Order of the Ardent Shroud instead. Their ability to run rings around your enemies while hammering them with accurate fire will keep your opponent guessing and their casualties mounting. Giggity. So here we go. It's called the Ardent Shroud. Deeds, not words. When a unit with this conviction advances, it can fire ranged weapons as if it had moved without advancing. That is cool.
That is real cool.
That is really cool.
Also, I like that silver color scheme because, if you look at what they are, Sisters of Battle are essentially the 40K paladins.
Yep.
All female paladins, right?
I do like that.
And the silver look really kind of builds on that paladin idea.
And you know me, I like my pallies.
So have you seen that? You know that meme that went around a long time ago where that guy pours like a box of minis onto the table, and people used to use it for orcs all the time. that's essentially going to be these, but with dice. Just pouring buckets of dice onto the table. That's my my pool of influence now.
How many miracle dice you got?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I suspect.
Oh my God. All right.
Let's see. While you pull up the next one,
Okay.
Zane says he has a couple creepy babies in the basement. I'm not sure we're still talking about 40K.
That's just creepy in itself. Why? Wait, what?
Brian says, "Hey, I'm trying to build over here." Gamecraft Dragon says his Sisters of Battle are going to be Sisters of Filth for Nurgle.
Okay.
Gamecraft Dragon says, "Give me your babies. I want to Nurgle them up." That
sounds quite.
That sounds horrible. I will probably send you the ones out of my kit when I replace them with birds.
I am so glad we pressed that button. You know, we're definitely not safe for children here. All right, so let's talk about Warlord trades. You want to finish the chat, Mythos, or are we caught up?
Sisters Pleasure for Slanesh. We've seen some sisters fall to Slanesh in the past. That was pretty amazing. Sisters of... Okay, I can't deal with that. I was reading a fanfic of sisters that fell to Nurgle. It made me moist. Okay.
Okay.
Steve says nuns with guns. The moderator, curb these two guys, Zane and Big D. Facebook or Bolter and Chainsword. The Miracle Dice thing will get fact. Sisters player with a wheelbarrow full of dice. You could use birds that come out of Stormcast Archer dudes. That's a good idea. I may look to that. I want to get some Stormcast anyway, so that's a good idea. All right, cool. We can move on, my brother.
Macaroni noises and tests. All right. I just read that. I made the mistake. Mistakes were made. Oh, God. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, that hurt. Where is it? Okay, so this is about Warlord traits. The leader of the Sisters of Battles, leaders, are experienced commanders who have not only emerged triumphant in countless battles, but are among the most blessed of their kind. If you want to make the most of your army's acts of faith ability, then the Beacon of Faith Warlord trait, which is also Celestine's Warlord trait. Let me say that again. Celestine's Warlord trait.
I will be painting her in December.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right, I was wondering if, yeah. Will grant you an extra miracle dice, Mythos. If each turn she is on the battlefield. Trust us when we say you'll learn to love miracle dice and Celestine. And the more, the merrier. All right, so here we go.
Right.
Just pouring those dice on the table.
Right. Meanwhile, indomitable belief augments the effects of their shield of faith, reinforcing your battle line with the inviolable power of faith. Here it is. Indomitable belief. The invulnerable save friendly order infantry models receive from the shield of faith ability is improved by 1 to a maximum of 4+, whilst their unit is within 6 inches of this warlord.
See, that's what I was talking about earlier, where you can start stacking that invul save.
Mm-hmm.
So 4+ or 6+, and then 5+, and then down to 4+.
Yep. Here's a stratagem. This is called the Vessel of the Emperor's Will. You use this stratagem after you perform an act of faith for an Adepta Sororitas character unit from your army. You gain 1 miracle dice. More dice!
So basically, you get to spend that act of faith ability for free. Because you spend the dice and then you get 1 back.
Get 1 back, yep.
It's kind of trading out that command point for a miracle dice.
Or a miracle dice, yep. So you're buying miracle dice. But the Sisters of Battle have plenty more tricks up their powerful armored sleeves, including their flexible stratagem that greatly enhances the firepower of your retributors. Yes, they're on their way soon too. According to your choice from the Holy Trinity of weapons, bolters, flamers, or melta. It's called the Storm of Retribution. Use this stratagem when a retribution squad unit from your army fires Overwatch or is chosen to shoot with. select one of the following. Until the end of the phase, when resolving an attack made with a heavy bolter by a model in that unit, add 1 to the hit roll. Or you can add until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack made with a heavy flamer by a model in that unit, you can re-roll the wound roll. And finally, until the end of the phase, add 12 inches to the range characteristics of multi-meltas models in that unit are equipped with. And when resolving an attack made with that multi-melta by a model in that unit, add 1 to the damage roll. Because they're not, strong enough. They're still not, we're going to add more than.
That's awesome.
I see that multi-metal one being very popular.
yeah, they're going to be smoking people's
Popular with me already.
Okay, boing. All right. Ecclesiarchy relics. Wow, that was
Nailed
difficult. God. So the Adeptus Sororitas have a number of powerful relics at their disposal with which you can enhance your characters even further. Well, the Book of St. Lucius, for example, increases the range of the bearer's aura abilities by 3 inches. A perfect choice for Canoness with a Rod of Office. A rod.
Why, hello there.
Which will increase it further to 12 inches. Boing. And if she also has the Indomitable Belief Warlord trait, even better. Yeah, we just derailed that completely. Look at the size of Rod. All right. Alternatively, if you want to double or even triple down on your acts of faith, the Litanies of Faith relic offers another way to get the most from each new miracle dice you accrue by giving you the opportunity to re-roll it before adding it to your pool. All right, Litanies of Faith. Here you go. So once per turn, Mythos, if a model from your army with this relic is on the battlefield, when you gain a miracle dice, you can re-roll that dice. Mm-hmm. So it looks like this has become the army of stackables.
Yeah, it seems like this is not going to be a beginner level army.
No.
Right? This isn't just, chucking some Space Marines on the table and just, playing right out of the book. This seems like an army about stacking combos.
Yeah, this is advanced level playing here. It's really.
So,
go ahead.
I was going to say, and I'm kind of in some ways glad they mentioned the Siege at the beginning, because this is pretty much how Siege plays in Age of Sigmar, where it's you stack together units to create just bubbles of death that cause absolute mayhem to everything they come in contact with.
That's
They're gonna have so much. This army is going to be ridiculous.
But you got to play them right.
True. It's going to be high skill. It's going to be high skill ceiling, but very effective once you get it to that level.
High risk, high reward.
Go big or go home, right?
Yep. Gamecraft Dragon says, honestly, I wish I had the spare monies to buy their box. I've always wanted the Sisters Battle. Man, I agree. It's a little too rich for my blood right now, but I definitely, maybe right after Christmas or somewhere in there, want to get in on Sisters Battle. Lars, good to see you, my brother. My favorite Sisters Battle player says, hey, a good reason to use my multi-melta squad. All this, and I would still pick a tactical squad over them. You do you, Steve. You do you. Gamecraft Dragon says, I want to see them on the table before I say that. This army will win hard and fail hard. That's the definition of high risk, high reward, my man. I got to agree with you 100% there. Zane says he's changing marine schemes again and adding in some green.
Interesting.
Cool. All right, one more Sisters thing we're going to talk about, and that is the upcoming models. So they said outside of what's in the battle box, what's next for Sisters of Battle. So we've seen that, all the models we've got so far, but they announced new models that'll probably be coming out sometime next year. The phase 2 of Sisters of Battle, they called it.
And with that,
Mara says he hopes he can get a box. That'd be cool. Sisters of Battle were always like that, so I guess they're used to the high risk, high reward style.
Okay, so here it goes. Beyond the box. We were just talking about this before you actually came in the chat, Mythos. They're really They're really anticipating this to blow up.
Yeah, I'm a little jelly. I wish I could get in on it.
Yep, New Zealand's going to get hit at 9 p.m. on Friday. Australia and Japan, 2 a.m. Europe and the rest of the world, 10 a.m. You know, and us, we're down at bottom. We're so last. we're like, all right, okay. America.
But see, I'm not even mad if it does sell out as quickly as they're expecting, because even though I'm not able to get in on this first batch, the more they sell, the more they'll keep supporting them, right?
No, that's true. Good point.
And what I'm afraid of is if it doesn't sell as much as they want, you know, that it's been 20 years since they got any love. I don't want it to be another 20 years before sisters get any love again, you know?
Yeah. They're definitely giving a good push. The fact for first of all, the fact that they're non-metal now, that they're actually plastic now, I think it's a big,
right.
win. So you don't have to worry about somebody accidentally picking them up and throw them at you, and you'll wind up in the ER. Why would they throw them at your face? I don't know. But anyway, but still, I mean, it's a really cool. I love this battle scene. That is just a cool.
So today they're unveiling loads of new kits you might spot in the new codex.
Really cool.
Starting with the Battle Sisters.
Very nice, man. So cool. I do like their
such a striking army on the table.
Yeah, and here they are, man. I mean, they'll be seeing the sprues pretty soon, I suppose.
Yeah, those are the new tanks that we looked at last week.
Yep.
So 10-man squads here of the Battle Sister squads.
There's Mythos creepy baby.
Yep. The immediately replaced babies. Yep. That's cool. I'm definitely, and you know, I really also kind of wish I could get in on the box set, because I definitely prefer the kits from like Dark Imperium and stuff like that as opposed to the multi-part kits.
Yep.
I don't care about posability. And I do lots of chopping and converting anyways.
That's true, man. Hang, man.
Yeah, these are very dynamic looking.
Girls and guns. Something about that.
I mean, even the scar on these are troop choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
The scar on that last girl's face is such a fine detail.
Yep.
You know?
This is a lot of flaming goodness. This is huge.
Is it weird that I find this chick in the gas mask here still hot somehow?
Well, I mean, you were talking about, you know, putting spandex and gag balls on your guys, so I'm just, I don't know. I'm not judging, man.
No gag balls. That is the freak request.
It's okay, man. I ain't judging. We're good. It's all right. Like you said, go big or go home, right? So, there you go.
No. Anyways, I love the new helmets. Just the pose, the striding pose there. I love everything about that new model.
No means no.
I'm not sure about the helmet. I'm going to be honest.
I like them. It's very unique shape.
But do you not think they've got like that Saturday morning cartoon villain look going on with the eyes? I mean, are those yeah,
that's
like
fair. That's fair.
It does, like, you can hear the laughing. Mojo Jojo will get you. Sorry.
Pretty sure Mojo Jojo didn't have eyes like that.
No. Oh, you.
Okay.
They were purple. What?
Let's look at some of the other new models.
I think it just might
choices.
need a bit.
So what?
I said it might just be the paint job. It might be one of those things where paint is slightly different.
It could be. But this is I like this. This is a little brighter. This is a little.
I think this is the Bloody Rose. I think this is one of the ones I'm going for.
I liked it. Now, yeah, I like this. That's pretty cool.
Maybe it's a little orangier than.
Yeah, well, it looks like they use contrast paint.
Also, check it out. A blonde sister of battle. I'm used to seeing them all with the pure white hair.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You have blonde aspirations. Yep. Next one. Ooh. Okay, so here's the one with the mask off or raised. This is actually pretty cool. Okay. Now, typically, I fuss about this, but they've actually did it right. I want you to notice the difference. Somebody heard me. Okay.
Yep, the scope is raised
Yes.
over the
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, GW. You've actually heard my cry because I got so tired of seeing this so close to the freaking rail that it was all you're gonna see is yeah. So now you've raised it, and now you can actually see past it. So thank you so much.
And I like the I'm not usually a big fan of like the helmet half on kind of look, but this looks very tactical.
Yeah, it does.
It looks good. I like it.
I think I like this variant a bit much more, and it definitely fits, as you say, like the Holy Paladin look that they've got going on for them.
I agree.
Yep. And God bless it, whoever. Man, look at the eyes. They do eyes. Gosh.
Yeah, they do eyes real well.
Gosh, I'm so. All right, what else we got here? Moving along. And the new champions. Ooh. Wow.
Oh yeah, this is the medic.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool medic. And again, I love the basing on this medic, final rights over a sister she can't save. This isn't just a dynamic base. This base tells a story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, gather the kids around bed because we're about to go into story time. Except I'm not sure I want to tell the story about the paladin who got shot and now she's going to die.
Yeah.
It may not be an appropriate bedtime story, but it's a story nonetheless.
But it's okay though. We've already rated YouTube, so we're not appropriate for children.
What I would say is they did.
Go ahead.
Go on.
I was just going to say I like the red triangles in the robes here. It reminds me of a Final Fantasy white mage.
The model this is originally based off, they did an absolutely incredible job of turning the original sisters one of these and sculpting this one because they're almost identical in the terms of their kind of getup, but they really did a good job bringing it into kind of the new aesthetic.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is really well done. And the birdies are cute. No creepy babies, Mythos. There you go.
This is one of the things that made me say I'm going to replace the babies with birdies.
I see.
This and Celestine.
Right. Celestine's cool. All right. All I hear is oh. That's first thing I see. Sorry. And she's holding a rod.
Oh yeah, the opera singer.
Mm-hmm. She also has a boombox.
Got a little speaker there too.
Yeah, yep. She's got a boombox. Yep. She's like the Oracle. She's kind of like the Chaplain.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty neat. I kind of like that. It's pretty neat.
Gosh,
reading the decrees.
I don't know. Look at all that tiny freehand.
Yep, I hate them.
Whatever that is.
Yeah,
it's got to be freehand.
It looks pretty cool.
Is that freehand in your expert opinion, Wolf Wraith?
That is very precarious. The only it's definitely freehand, but it's just scribble, and the only one that isn't actually scribble is the L. It's good. They've done it properly. They've kept it faded and not tried to make it too pronounced.
Yep,
the borders on the top one that's got like the borders,
right here,
and the artwork, and it's amazing.
Totally gorgeous.
Definitely freehand though.
Yep, and she's like, "Where am I?"
That's so amazing. This is so crazy. So I think this is another banner type champion, but the champion is with. First of all, kudos to the paint job. Look at that. That looks like some real like marble or dirty marble or ivory. That looks good. But I've seen this memed, and where her other hand is kind of like almost the universal "what the hell" symbol.
Right.
Right? The meme said, "What the hell? Is this thing made of pure marble? This thing is heavy AF." I'm like, yeah, try to lift up a marble statue your size probably sucks.
It's like somebody's walked over to her and went, "Hold this," and then walked off and never came back.
Right. She was in the middle of adjusting her hood, and it fell over her face. It's like, wait, hold this. Wait, what is this? What the? I can't see. What is this?
As she's going, "What the hell?" That's when they snap the pose for this model.
I'm honestly, if this wasn't in anything other than plastic, I'd be scared of that thing being so top heavy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's almost like they're celebrating that this is in plastic now with this piece.
Yeah, just a bit.
Look what we can do. Exactly.
If this piece were fine cast, I wouldn't even try.
Nope. That ain't gonna happen.
As much as I tease about it, though, I really want to paint this piece.
I've got to wonder though, is the statue on the top as big as what she is?
It looks like it is.
Looks similar, yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
This is cool. I like all the options, different head options, helmet options. The iron halo is different, chain sword, power sword, torch, staff. Melta pistol, bolt pistol, plasma pistol, whatever the hell this crossbow thing is. It's kind of similar to Greyfax. I think they called it a bolt caster or something like that on Greyfax. This is crazy. A lot of variety, though. It looks great.
So this one down here, Mythos, reminds me of what was her name? She was one of the supervisors at the ExxonMobil account that we were at, and she was
Martha Berlin.
Yes, that's what she reminds me of.
Wow.
She's hey, she retired from the security business and went into just saying, good on her. Good on her.
Good on her.
Good on her.
Why did I just say her full name on the internet?
I don't know. Oh my
all right,
god!
but yeah, all these canonesses are pretty cool.
I think
Definitely
this is
some I would
cool.
use more than others.
This is more of the chariot look. Yeah.
Yep, little grav chariot here. That's pretty cool. Now this one says it's specific to one of the orders, though. So,
okay.
As cool as this is, I don't think I'm going to be using it because I want to go the Order of the Bloody Rose.
The Bloody Rose. The Order of the Bloody Nose. Got it. All right. Anything else? Oh, okay. So
that looks like 4 Meltas at the bottom of her chariot, dude.
I think it was, dude. Yeah.
This chariot's going to light somebody the hell up.
Yep. I'm going to light you up, sweet cheeks. Yeah.
Is it bad that I want? You know what the thing is? You know what's bad is that I want that chariot because I want to make some scenery out of it and like do it as a balcony on like a building.
That would
because
be
I think it would look amazing.
It would.
Awesome.
It really would.
Yep.
Dude, look at that again. That dirty marble kind of look. Like whoever painted this, I think they did a great job.
I think that's
That
contrast.
looks like it reads a stone to me.
Yep. I think that's contrast paints, dude. Either way, it looks really good, and it does look like stone. Just unpolished granite.
Dude, if that is a quadra melta, a quad melta, just imagine something going up to like our land raiders or something and going,
God.
by the way, you're going to take 4d6 of damage, and each one of those I'm going to get to re-roll and pick the highest.
Let me see. The front of the skeleton is holding heavy flamers. From the bottom, if you don't want to drop everything and worship the Emperor after seeing his model, we don't know what to say to you. Okay, so these are heavy flamers.
Okay, flamers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little easier to deal with, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, that's a lot of auto hits then. That's going to be really good for clearing out hordes and just bodies. Oh, cool. I wonder if that is for all the canonesses that came before her.
That'd be neat.
Does that mean when she stops being Canoness, they add another level to it?
It just gets taller and taller every time.
Taller every year. Just more flamers, more levels.
More flamers and more levels. All right, got a new Canoness. Add 2 more flamers.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Pretty cool. Not bad. Not bad at all, man. All right.
Cool. I'm going to check out the chat since we are done with that page.
Yep.
Travis Reed says, morning, guys. Hello,
Hey.
Travis, my man. How you doing, brother? Mike says, hey, guys. Good to see you, brother.
What's happening, Mike?
But Creepy Babies is 40K. Yeah, I'm editing that out of my 40K. That's going to be better.
Mythos. This doesn't do creepy babies, y'all. Or poop.
I'm wondering if that larger scope bolter is something different. Interesting. Yeah, what if it's a different kind of bolter? I mean, the Phobos have just been inventing new types of bolters lately, so who knows? They are skinny. What kind of bases? That's a good question. I wonder. We could probably look at an unboxing or something like that and figure out what kind of bases the new sisters come with.
Yep.
Whips and chains. Hey, I'm good with that. Some of those sisters are carrying whips and chains. I think those are cool. 32 bases, it appears. Lars already checked that out for us. Naughty Mythos. The helm has a Yo Gabba Gabba look to it. I don't know what that is. Lady in Red. The one with the darker skin tone looks like Terry Crews with a wig.
Wow.
Blondes equal double moist. Crap, her grimace gives me a menopause suffering look. Oh, gives her a menopause. I was about to say, Brian? Stop expecting logic from 40K. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Listen, boys and girls, in the future, there is no peace, only war. Canoness Emma. Good night, gents. Midnight here. Good night, Steve, my brother.
Night, buddy.
White Marble Banner is an imagifier, which used to give +1 to active faiths, but who knows now what it'll do. Interesting. Travis 502, no point sleeping now. Man, I'm sorry you're up so early, man, but thanks for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
The one with the staff is friggin' awful. I disagree. I think it looks awesome. Battle Pulpit, absolutely. I'm not sold on these, especially after all the hype. I got to say, I disagree. I think the new models look amazing. But teach their own. You do you, brother. I don't know. Skeleton Horde super diluted with contrast medium. Could be what the stone effect was.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm late. I've been building Gasland cars. Just bought a $25 transporter to work on next. I'm really definitely post that up when you work on it. I think that's going to be a really cool project.
Yeah, I'd like to definitely post that. I'd like to see that.
I definitely think your Gasland projects are neat, man.
Yeah.
Didi's going to bed. Take care, my man. Great having you along.
Absolutely. We're not too far ourselves.
Yep. And I think we're going to save, and that's why I didn't know how far we'd get. So our third topic for tonight, I think we're going to push till next week. And it'll give me a chance to pick up the newest copy of White Dwarf and read up all about it and share with the Greek. And we'll talk about the Inquisitors next week.
Very nice, man.
Yeah.
Any other news tidbits that you got left, Freakalicious?
Let me look, man. Let's see what we got here. Let me thumb through.
Oh, one of them is Psychic Awakening, why Space Marine players need it. I think we should cover that real quick.
Yep. Okay, can you go a second here?
Especially since both of us play Marines, I think it'll be all three of us play Marines, so it'll be something good for us to look out for.
I don't see that one. Is that the one from Spiky Bits?
No, that's it's a Warhammer community page. I'll go back and snag it.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the Dreadnoughts. I've got the Warband Focus. No, that's all I have. It must have missed. Oh, the Second Awakening. Okay, yeah. Hang on, let me grab it.
Yep.
Okay.
Faith and Fury. Why you need it?
Gotcha. All right, let me pop that up in here. Okay.
Lars is watching us while camping. Man, you go get warm, my brother.
We covered this. This is Faith and Fury chapter focus on the Blank Templars.
No, not that one. It's a little further up in the chat.
Okay.
I got it right here. I'll just recopy it to you.
Cool.
There you go, brother.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, perfect. Second here, new link.
Any thoughts on the new Bone Reapers? That's a great question. We have been looking at those for a few weeks now, and every single model in the new Bone Reapers line just absolutely impresses me. And you know what's funny is I don't normally have any interest in playing monster factions, or I always find something I kind of identify with that's like human looking or human-esque, like elves or something like that in a fantasy game. Monsters, orcs, trolls, goblins, those things are not usually my bag. But Bone Reapers, even though they're a monstrous kind of aesthetic, I find them amazing looking. And I think part of it is just like the detail on the weaponry and stuff like that, and the armor, and it's just very cool aesthetics. Now, Freak and I don't really have any plans to get into Age of Sigmar because we both have like 22 armies to paint up at the moment. But yeah, they are very sexy indeed. I want to get into Age of Sigmar at some point. If ever I catch up on my painting, I do want to get into
that's never going to happen.
Well, a man can dream, brother. A man can dream.
I know. Yeah. At this moment, I guess it's just spandex and gag balls. So let's move on here. Space Marines, why you need Faith and Fury. This is for the Psychic Awakening, right? This is where we're jumping in.
Good night, Big D. All right, go ahead.
This is what we're jumping in on, right? So yesterday they had a good look at what the traitorous chaos Space Marines can expect from Psychic Awakening, Faith and Fury. Today it's the turn of the Loyalist Space Marine chapters. They got the cool new rules that the Defenders of Humanity are getting in this bouquet. Chapter litanies. So Iron Hands, of course, are going to get a little love here. And this litany is, if this litany is inspiring, add 1 to the strength characteristic of models in friendly Iron Hands units whilst their unit is within 6 inches of this model. Oh, by the way, the chapter litanies, of course, they're covering a great year for Ultramarines, White Scars, Iron Hands, Raven Guards. So pretty much everybody who got supplement, right?
New supplements, right?
Yep. With the release of the Codex
Plus
supplements.
1 strength is good.
Yep.
Although I don't normally think of Iron Hands as a close combat army, but whatevs.
I mean, they are all called Iron Hands. Let's see.
Somebody's going to get these hands.
Master of Sanctity. Right, so when a chaplain becomes Chaplain EMO, becomes the Master of Sanctity, they have ascended to be the spiritual leader of the chapter. Give him a sacrosanct Rosarius relic so that he can take advantage of his closeness to the Emperor with the improved protection. This is called the Sacrosanct Rosarius. Master of Sanctity model only. It's a model with this relic, has a 3-up invul save. So give you
That's a free storm shield.
Yeah,
that's
survivability. Yep.
Okay, look, give you a little background on this, brother. So you're going to see Master of Sanctity, Master of the Forge.
Okay.
So what they did was, I just recently got you turned on to the whole upgrading your captain to a chapter master,
Yes.
right? Getting all the free rerolls.
Yep.
So they decided to give that option to several of the champions, including the chaplain. You upgrade a chaplain to a Master of Sanctity. You're gonna be able to upgrade a tech priest or however a tech marine to this next one.
Very nice. The Master of the Forge. This is a stratagem. Use the stratagem before the battle. You select 1 tech marine model from your army that is not a named character or a tech marine gunner. Until the end of the battle, the model gains the Master of the Forge keyword and the following ability. Master of the Forge. When this model repairs the model using its Blessing of the Omnissiah ability, that model regains up to 3 lost wounds instead of up to D3. You can only use the stratagem once per battle, and your army cannot include 2 Masters of the Forge from the same chapter.
That's amazing. Your tank's healing 3 wounds every turn. if you're playing a very tech-heavy army, this is going to be great.
Yep. I mean, you're going to be sucking down some CP, but at least it's, the survivability of your tank.
A chief librarian. So we're upgrading a librarian to a chief librarian.
Chief librarian. That's pretty cool. It's called the Neural Shroud. You add 12 inches to the range of a model with this relic's psychic hood ability. So you get a better, instead of 6 inches, you definitely get a 12-inch bubble.
I've got to wonder, because Blood Ravens have a thing specifically to them which allows you to create a chief librarian. So, and that has a different rule to it.
Interesting.
That would be interesting. I wonder how those are going to interplay with each other.
Does them allow some extra psychic powers instead of...
You've got the Chief Apothecary. This is a selfless healer. The Warlord can provide medical attention to up to 2 units instead of 1. And a unit that was provided medical attention by this Warlord can be provided with medical attention for a second time in a turn by this Warlord. Note that this Warlord can do so even if it's recovering the gene seed of a fallen warrior. Wow.
That's awesome. Imagine bringing back people from 2 units.
Damn,
that would be cool.
Yep. Now, this is the Chapter Ancient. When upgraded, your Ancient has the choice of 2 Chapter Banner relics to carry into battle. Give him the Standard of Righteous Hatred and make your Space Marines deadly accurate when they make their final inspired attack. It's a Standard of Righteous Hatred. So, excuse me. Model with the Astartes Banner ability only. A model with this relic has the following additional ability. It's the Standard of Righteous Hatred. Models that shoot with one of their ranged weapons or make a single attack with one of their melee weapons as a result of this model's Astartes Banner ability always resolve their attack as if they had a ballistic skill and weapon skill of characteristics of 2+.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, one of my Hellblasters died.
Raise.
I rolled 4 up, so I'm going to get that extra shot.
Yep.
Up, I'm going to overcharge and hit on a 2+ now. I mean, that's a cool ability.
And Chapter Champion. Only the very best of company champions ever become the Chapter Champion, and these are true masters with a blade, able to find the smallest gap in their enemy's guard while easily defending. I can see you use this with your, with your White Scars, while easily defending themselves. For 1 command point, you use this stratagem before the battle. You select 1 company champion model from your army that is not a named character. Until the end of the battle, that model's attack and leadership characteristics are increased by 1, and it gains the Chapter Champion keyword, and the following abilities apply. Skillfully parry. When resolving an attack made with a melee weapon against this model, subtract 1 from its hit roll. You can only use the stratagem once per battle, and your army cannot include 2 Chapter Champions from the same chapter.
That's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would still use that myself, to be fair.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you're running a close combat, like I run a lieutenant with a power sword.
That's pretty cool. I think I might want to build me a champion now.
This is me. Men, I can't see anything. I can't see anything.
What you need to do, Freak, is when you build your intercessors,
I'm going to saw those things
chop off the scope and then put a little nub of something on there and mount the scope on top.
Mount this huge freaking. Let's be a telescope. I'm gonna have it. Extend the length of the gun, of the rifle. Like.
I just meant add like a little nub. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, a riser. Yeah. You're talking about like a little some type of shim, if you will. No. I'm just gonna he's gonna have a telescope. And I'm still this right here. That God.
The iron sights and scope thing really bothers him, if you guys can't tell. Bone Reapers are hella sexy. Hoping Grey Knights get some love in Psychic Awakening. I do too. They have been kicked and stomped and nerfed to death, and I really hope that they get some love. I do know they got a little bit of love earlier this year. Apparently, Grey Knights, while not great in 40K, apparently they do great in kill teams right now. So that's one bonus. I mean, it's not, a lot of love, but at least it's something in kill teams. Brian says, old fart is done. Good night to all. Stay safe and paint something. We're about to close it out ourselves. It would be nice if Grey Knights got some love. Get the feeling they're trying to slowly and quietly to make them unplayable and remove the product line entirely. Just because of Matt Ward. They're trying to get away from Matt Ward. Sounds like necromancy with the apothecary ability. Isn't that heresy? Only if, like, the same way that bringing back somebody on the table when they clear and they come back, is that necromancy as well? Because that's more like what an apothecary does,
right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more like what do you call it? Adrenaline shots to the heart. But
well, I was gonna say, isn't Celestine technically necromancy because she resurrects herself? Like,
no, that's a miracle, sir. Okay, that's like some Jesus stuff.
Okay, so in that same sense, then they aren't resurrected. It's just a miracle of the Emperor.
There we go. Travis Reeves, I can't see them now. Would be the time to really give them a boost in the meta. I think they've learned their lesson about balance after what Matt Ward did, right? Make the scope twice the size of the gun, freak. Then you'll be able to see over the iron sights.
Yep, that's what I'm planning to do. Screw those guys. Gonna look like a huge Pringles can.
These are my Primaris Pringles. What? Yes, guys, thank you all for being so patient with us tonight. We had a ton of news to cover tonight because Sisters of Battle is especially interesting to me right now. Black Templars are especially interesting to Freak right now. And, of course, this last one we went over is a boost to all of us who play Space Marines. So that's how we talk about it. So appreciate all of your patience with all the news tonight. Wolf Wraith, amazing guest, amazing painter, amazing Twitch streamer. Do you have anything for final thoughts tonight before we close it out?
I'm not looking forward to battling Sisters, and I've already got somebody who's lined up to get them, so I'm gonna have to figure something out to try and hold my own against that. That's gonna be fun.
Future problems, right?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Don't worry, that's future Wolf Wraith's problem. No problem. Freak, any closing thoughts from you, my brother?
Yeah, Wolf Wraith survived. He actually survived at the the onslaught of crazy. He's still here. I don't know if he'll come back.
Yeah, and you know what? The chat was very well behaved tonight, actually. So
for the most part, except Zane got banned for 300 seconds.
But he has 1 million accounts.
You're right. You can't put Zane down.
He is Legion.
So, but no, man, I'm super excited. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming down the pipeline from GW. And really, we've been fussing, hey, give the loyalists some love, because it was all chaos. And it looks like finally we're getting a little more, but we still want our Primarch. I still want a freaking Primarch, I mean, and I'm not talking about me having to go to the table next to mine that I'm about to play, steal the little statuette and say, hey, this is my Primarch Bubba Gorilla Man, and then use that as my Primarch. No, I want an actual Primarch. Give me a freaking Primarch. Thank you. So, yeah.
Rust is coming, Travis says. I severely hope so, my brother. Although I really, honestly, I'll say it again. It could be any of the loyalists.
I'd be happy with Rust. Yeah.
But I'd be happy with the Lion or the Khan or any of the loyal ones at the moment.
Dorn.
So Vulcan, right?
Or Dorn.
Apparently he's sitting around in someone's collection right now. So, maybe Vulcan.
Dorn,
Sure.
maybe Dorns.
So, question for you, Freak. Are we going to see any black armor make its way to mingle in with your yellow armor?
I'm really considering it because apparently some of those stratagems can be interchangeable between the Imperial Fists and and the Black Templars. I have to read up a little more about that, but I really think that'd be fun to start pairing them together.
Even if not, they might make good allies, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course they're allies. They were, they're birth brothers, So anyway, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so.
One day, man, you got to read the book
Yep.
where Sigismund falls from grace, and it becomes kind of the start of the Black Templars.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get you that story, man. It's very cool.
Yep.
Mike would like to see.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. I eventually I do want to get Tor Garridan. I definitely want to because I think eventually I want to pair him up with Lysander, just for the sake of meta. Because those two hated each other when they first met. They couldn't stand each other at all, and then they started kind of growing on each other. Eventually, with Tor Garridan taking on the Fifth Company. So it's just freaking awesome. It's cool stuff.
That would be cool. Mike would like to see Korax come. Travis says no Dorn, only Russ. Hey, I'm not arguing with my brother. I want to see a new Ragnar model. Me too. Ragnar definitely needs a new model. I would like to see Freak's take on the Black Templars.
Well, I
Freak
can do
does
that.
good work.
Yeah, definitely try that.
You know who else does really good work? This guy over here in the big square, Wolf Wraith, over on the Twitch. Go look him up and check him out. Has a great Twitch show. And you stream multiple times a week, right? 5 shows a week? 6 shows a week?
Holy crap.
It varies, but it's normally five a week.
5 a week. So, I mean, he's got consistent content. Freak and I really need to work on our consistency. But, hey, we got some content for this week with this Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Indeed.
But guys, you guys definitely won't regret it. It's such a laid back. I mean, it's basically hanging out with the bro, getting your hobby on. So that's the way I see it. It's just a hangout and paint. So definitely, and he sometimes, if you're well behaved, Zane, sometimes he'll let you even pick the songs that come on. So definitely check him out on the Twitches.
Good night, Mike. Good night, buddy.
Good night, my brother. As for me, my party thought is I really am super excited about Sisters of Battle. I wanted to get into them earlier when I was doing my Space Wolves. I wanted to have Sisters and Wolves, but of course they weren't really selling Sisters at the time. They were hard to come by and they were all pewter. And now that they're not, I really want to. I've been wanting them since I first got into 40K. And it's possible now. Now, am I going to get them at release? As much as I want to support them, it's holiday time and I just can't afford 2 bills and 10 right now to grab some Sisters of Battle. I really want some, really, like quote Shrek, really want some Sisters of Battle right now. But absolutely, as soon as the holidays are over, I'm going to try and get my finances together to get some Sisters of Battle. The way they combo really feels a lot like a combo game like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh, where you got to stack up your strategy and get your combos rolling. And the play style seems intriguing to me. I'd really love to do something like that. And like I said, I've already picked out my I've already forgotten my order. I want to go Order of the Bloody Rose, and I definitely want to paint up my Celestine in some Bloody Rose color soon. Travis Reeves says we need to do a collab, Mythos and Freak. Man, you have such high quality content, man. That would be such an honor. Plus, you're a really cool guy. So definitely, let's try and set something up, my brother. And everybody else seems on it too. Archer says that would be awesome. Zane says yes, Travis. Yes, you do. So we got some approval in the chat.
Awesome.
Very cool. Thank you guys all so much for joining us tonight. Whether
Great
you're
show.
watching on the replay or if you're watching through right now and have been with us, thank you so much for joining us. We've had some amazing people in the chat tonight. Thank you to our amazing guest again, Wolf Wraith. Everybody, round of applause. Awesome guy. Definitely check out his Twitch channel. And even though he doesn't post there very awesome, check out his YouTube channel as well.
Indeed.
And
We are As I say, we are trying on that front. Eventually, when I get a board set up on the table behind me, we'll be doing more of that.
Awesome. That's great to hear. He's also got a Discord for Wolf Wraith you can check out. I mean, this guy is everywhere. Does great work. Oh yeah, and Helltod just subbed to Travis. Go check out Travis Reeves. He had a channel before. He rebooted it, doing nothing but like high quality, great camera work, great lighting, just amazing top tier content. Go check out Travis Reeves. All right, guys, if you liked tonight's episode, then grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be part of any of tonight's conversations. It wasn't as crazy a conversation tonight, a lot more news tonight, but feel free to be part of any of these conversations. If you feel like it, go check out our Patreon if you're curious about any ways that you could support us, or if you want to see any of the cool things we offer over there. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to Wolf Wraith, check him out right now. Go do it.
Right now. Do it. We'll wait.
If you guys are not yet subscribed to this channel, then Freak and I would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys. Stay frosty.